tuned in to the best show on the best night of the week. This is Fanatics Live for the fans, by the fans. And guess what? I got all of the fans right here with me. All the fellas are here, man. We are here to talk about all things sports, all things that's happening, NFL, NBA, MMA, golf, baseball. No, we can't do all of that within the time frame we have. But guess what? We're going to get to the meat and potatoes tonight because playoff pictures around the corner. It's right here, and we got a lot to unpack. What's going on, fellas? I'm going to do a roll call just to make sure you good. Let me start with the first man that was on here. Steve, what's going on, sir? Let me make sure I can hear you. I guess he on mute. Terrence, let me hear you, sir.
In honor of COVID, I like to say good evening to every single person. I beat COVID this week. God is good and good all the time.
Yes.
I like to give a shout out to Pastor Lamar, whatever he ain't all night Bible study up there, whatever. That's why his Wi-Fi slow.
Already, how you gonna hate the intro? That's special. David, what's going on, David? How you doing, man? Just want to check in on you, make sure you good, brother. Is y'all audio off or is he frozen? Let me see. I'm going to Cello. Cello, let me hear you, because David, I don't hear you. Cello.
Yeah, what's good? What's good?
What's
Y'all
good,
already
brother?
know all aboard this weekend.
Oh,
We're gonna have a
gosh.
great time on this cruise ship. So I'm
The
real excited for
love
some new people to join us. So,
Yo,
but God bless everyone.
excellent, excellent. David. Oh, I'm thinking that's feedback from a mic. That's him making the boat sound.
Yo, he really sound like it too.
Y'all don't understand.
Yo, he sound like that.
I'm literally looking around to make sure that I'm not getting feedback. It's Mark making the boat sound in the background.
Boat sound, baby.
Let me hear you, David. How you doing, man? David, I don't know what's going on with David. I can't hear him. Anyway, let me go on to the next one. Ruben, what's going on, sir? Let me hear you.
What's going on, man?
You
Glad
good?
to be here. You know, just like the man with the COVID. Hey, I don't know if they call it the flu rona or whatever, but boy, it had me knocked down for a minute. Blessed to be here. Blessed to see everybody still with us.
Amen.
Let's get this show started. We're going to spoil them New Orleans Saints playoffs. We're going to knock them on out. And they're going to go with us on the boat. How about that?
That's true. It's true. I hear you. I hear you. Thank you, sir. I'm glad to hear that you're doing better, man. I'm glad to hear that the fans doing better and all of that. So that's good. Timmy, let me hear you, sir, if I can. And Lamar, hopefully I can hear you this time.
Another week and another loss. That's all.
You keep
another week and another loss.
Timmy keeps it so real every week. Y'all just don't understand and appreciate it the way I do. Timmy, I see you. I'm here with you, Timmy. Because you're a Giant fan that keep it real, unlike some of the other ones that be on here that's wearing a New York hat. What's going on, Mark? Let me talk to you. What's going on?
Good, man. I'm also a COVID survivor. Dog. Excellent. You know, to my brothers, you know, take it easy, man. It gets better day by day. And, you know, for the record, somebody going home this week.
Yo, we in the intro.
Really sound like it.
Sound like
we just doing the intro.
somebody going home. That boat by the dock. I got the captain and the first mate right here waiting on that boat to dock.
I bet you are. Lamar, can I hear you, sir? And Steve, hopefully I can hear you too. Let me hear you, Lamar.
What's up, everybody? What's going
What's going on?
Man? Good.
You still up in the basement or the attic, man. You still got a little delay, but we're going to work through that. Just to check your voice, make sure you're nice and close. Steve, can I hear you now, Steve? Or is that not doable? I don't know what's going on with his audio, but we're going to try to make it work. All right, man, listen, Fanatics Live, for the fans, by the fans. This is our intro. We like to just talk and make sure everybody good, but as you can see, they don't wait until the intro's done to even get into their trolling and their hating. It's what we do. So, gentlemen, the season is about to wrap up in terms of the regular season. Some teams got stuff to play for. Some teams don't have nothing to play for, so all they can do is misery love company. Where are you and your team in this position? I need to hear where you are and what you got to look forward to. I'm gonna start with Ruben if I can. Actually, no. You know, I'm gonna start with Terrence I'm gonna start with Terrence Rubin. You at the Terrence. Let me know where your team at right now. What you looking forward to? Because the season is about to end. Are you gonna be continuing on into the postseason, or are you like, listen, regular season's over. I know what I'm looking forward to right now. What's going on, Terrence?
You know what? You sapsucker joker. You sitting up there talking about something. You know my team out of it. You gonna sit up here and bring that mess up.
I see y'all still in contention. My bad. Now I'm playing.
My team is out of it. You know what? I'm miserable, whatever, and I want everybody else to be miserable too. So guess what?
I respect
Vegas, you on the clock. You gold diggers too. Y'all on the clock, and that's all I got to say.
Listen, man. All I know, man, is that y'all gave a valiant fight. Y'all was in the running. And then some stuff just happened, man, that just threw y'all completely out of loop, man. What does the future look like for you guys? Is it quarterback? Is it clearing house on the coaching staff? What is it you got to do with your Denver Broncos, man?
Jesus. I want the coach going. He can be a defensive coordinator or something like that, but as a head coach, no, sir. No, sir. No, sir. I've already said I want Anthony Lynn as our head coach. That's who I want as our head coach, Anthony Lynn. Okay. Hopefully he gets his shot. Okay. Drew Lock, he needs to go on to the next team and go someplace else.
Okay.
Hopefully Aaron Rodgers or Russell.
You still trying to do that, really? You still trying to do the Aaron Rodgers?
We already set up to do it, brother. So I mean, ain't nothing to it but to do it. We trying to get to it. You know what I mean? So listen, we listen right now over in Orange and Blue Land, brother. Yeah. You know, we don't retreat or nothing like that. But unfortunately, man, at this moment in time, things are just messed up.
Okay. So you already looking towards the future. You want Anthony Lynn as the coach. What about Anthony Lynn that sparks you, that makes you want him to be your head coach?
He's a leader of men. He's a leader of men, and he gets his team to play.
Okay. So, I mean, that's where, listen, you have nothing. So will you be watching the playoffs, or you one of them guys that my team is not in it, therefore I don't care? Now, what is
I'll be watching the playoffs to see, well, your team's not going to be in the playoffs, so I'm not going to be watching to see them lose. But I'll be watching the playoffs, whatever, and just observing on the sideline, watching to see what's going on so we know how we're going to handle our business next year.
Okay. I respect it. Mark, just so you know, and Lamar, just so you know, I'm starting with not the bottom feeders, but the ones that's not in it at all.
Oh,
you! And then we gonna go to the ones that's
I knew it.
Kind of on the cusp like us, and then I gotta go to the ones that clinched and hear what y'all gotta say. I gotta give it. We're almost
dirty,
there,
man.
Almost there.
I know he is.
He's dirty, man. That's dirty.
And I'm getting off the screen with that one.
Listen. Y'all have a voice. Y'all have a voice here. Well, fanatics, you have a voice.
Bottom feeders.
Listen.
Yeah,
I personally love that word, but you know, for you to use it and you not us, you know, I'll wait my turn. I'll wait.
Listen, Cello. What is that? Choo. I don't even know what the sound is, but you've been making it all week. But before you get to that and all of your prediction on what's going to happen in the playoffs, what is there to look forward to, man? Y'all finished with a disappointing season. Injury bug got you. Head coach wasn't innovative. You had Giraffe Neck out there. Danny Dimes looked average. Saquon wasn't running up to his potential. His backup had a better running average. I'm just saying, y'all had a bunch of things that happened this year. Your starting wide receiver had one touchdown catch. Whole lot of holes. Talk to me, brother. What is there to look forward to?
Those are so many shots fired, son. Please get him. Please, Captain. Oh, my God. Oh, when he can't believe he just said what he was saying.
Just pointing out just a couple of things that had happened during the season. Talk to me, son. What is there to look forward to with the wrap-up of this year going into next year, man?
Saquon Barkley had 100 yards last game. I told y'all, they said it, after a torn ACL, it takes 2 years to get back to yourself. So I'm happy that he got that 100. Get ready for next season. Daniel Jones, get ready for next season. They're going to bring somebody in to bring competition for the quarterback, but Daniel Jones is his job to keep. Joe Judge will be back.
Wow.
There's a lot of good things that they're saying as far as him building the culture.
Okay.
So I'm being patient. I'm giving him a shot. I want to see it done without Dave Gettleman. Dave Gettleman came in, As a Giants GM, he's 19-45.
Woo!
He didn't do what he said. I told y'all. He said he was gonna build and compete at the same time. I said that at the last show. It didn't work. So he's not gonna be the Giants GM. We're gonna get a new GM. Joe Judge will be there, and I have faith that things will start going good starting this off season. So I'm sticking with Joe Judge.
Wow.
And I don't care what nobody says. I'm sticking with him. And we're gonna see what's good next season. So for now, I'm the captain of the ship. I will be looking forward to picking y'all up. Make sure. Listen, you're not gonna hardly need anything on the ship because I'm getting it all decked out.
Explain the ship to those that don't know what you're referring to. We know from the
cruise
chat.
ship is for everyone that
what
will.
The ship is so they can understand the magnitude of hate that you have. Go ahead, brother.
The cruise ship is for everyone that will not win the Super Bowl this year. And since you're not winning the Super Bowl this year, you're gonna have party time here on this cruise ship and chill out, have a good time. And then when the Super Bowl happens, we're gonna watch it all together on this cruise ship and have a great old time. So I'm doing pickups for every team that loses in the playoffs to join us and get ready for the Super Bowl so we can watch it together as a nice big sad family. You know what I'm saying?
You definitely
I'm gonna be happy because I'm drinking the whole time.
You and Challenge, y'all definitely are a different breed of haters, man. Sit there and what? And only one winner of the Super Bowl. He like, yo, everybody gonna be on the boat. That's
everybody.
Dirty.
Everybody. If you ain't there, you on the boat. Captain of the boat, what city are you parked in right now, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, we in San Fran right now because we ready to pick up San Fran and Oakland.
What?
Oakland is right next door. It's easy to get there right away. So these are the two first ones we're gonna pick up.
Hold on, who Oakland? You talking about
Oakland,
Vegas?
I mean the Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh, I should have corrected him. I should have left that out there. My bad, David.
Right
but yeah,
he still got to go to the coast. You still got to go to the coast. He still got to go to the coast.
Yeah, we still right there.
That's it.
Yeah. What's the name? Lamar's gonna have to wait. Even when they lose, he's gonna have to wait a little while for us to get there. Cause
Lamar, I'm gonna come to you. I know you gotta get off soon, so I'm gonna come to you and I'm about to Timmy, hold your thoughts because I'm gonna come to you back for the Giants. I want to get Lamar. I'm gonna jump a little ahead. He is clinched, but I know he got to get off, so I want to get him his time. Lamar, your Philly, the 7th seed, leapfrog my 6th seed, lock down a playoff spot. Talk about this season. Look like I remember talks of Jalen Hurts not looking like the guy Minshew was gonna be the guy, and now all of a sudden y'all in the big dance, man. Y'all in the playoffs, man. Talk to me, please. Let me make sure I can hear you. Go ahead,
Listen,
bro. Let me hear you. Yes.
Truth be told, we got doing this. There's been plenty of seasons where it looked like out of it in the beginning, and then we get down to the November and December months, and that's when we turn it up. So it's nothing new to me. Maybe new to some of y'all, but it's nothing new to me. I like to fly low under the radar around this time of year, and breathe our way into the playoffs. So, like I said, it's looking good. It's looking good in Philadelphia. I'm gonna stay quiet. I'm just anticipating who we gonna play in the first round.
I gotta give Philly their respect though. He right. I gotta give him their respect.
Cello gave him their respect. Let me go around the NFC East real quick. Timmy, you respect Philly? They're making the playoffs. They representing. How you feel about the Philadelphia Eagles, man? Fly, Eagles, fly.
The Seagulls. The Seagulls.
Even though we hate each other, but I have to respect them.
I love it.
I have to respect the Eagles because they are fighters.
Okay. All right. Mark, NFC East. Eagles is right there, buddy. You thought y'all gonna be by your lonesome, but no, they right on your heels. And Steve, I see your comment. I'm gonna address that. They right on your heels. You nervous? You look a little scared. I don't know. You think you can handle them again if y'all went head to head?
if you say like on my hills, that's it, and they beat us, and then we gotta play them the last game of a meaningless game, and then go into the playoff, and they come to our home, scared of them, or are you talking about like TV movie, and Friday the 13th type scared? Philly never scared me a day in my life. Not one time ever was I count, except for when Reggie White was there, but it ain't been there in a long time. And
Tell the
just so
truth,
you
shame the
know,
devil.
it's nothing against
Right.
it's nothing against Philly, but we already beat Philly convincingly. So whether they hot or they not hot, to us, they still Philly. So like Lamar said, this ain't nothing new. I'm used to Philly towards the end looking like Rocky, and then when they get into the big dance, they get
That
knocked
was a
out.
good
Then they
one.
have to knock 3, 4, 5 before they recover. But it's okay. Worried about no Philly. What
Listen,
you
That was
need
a
to
good
talk
one,
about
Rocky.
is,
That was
is,
a good
is
one.
just let me to understand what exactly is different from the teams that they played, teams that we played, which nobody says is good, but head to head, I don't want Philly because I would love to see Philly beat up on Green Bay strategically. That's just my personal opinion.
Okay.
Give me Arizona back, which, by the way, was a better team last week. Not only were they a better team last week, Kyler Murray showed exactly why he should be in the Pro Bowl ahead of Dak Prescott.
Don't call him by his name. Call him what you called him last week. Keep that same energy.
Jiminy Cricket.
What you
I'm
call
keeping
him
it. He
last
is Jimmy the Cricket. Oh, don't
Jiminy
bother.
Cricket.
Listen, he'll be Jimmy the Cricket next week when we get into the playoffs and play him again, and he's running for his life like he was last game. But I'm gonna leave that for next week. But I would like to see Philly when they get hot in the playoffs. They are a tough team to beat.
Yeah.
But since we play them twice a year, it's always a rivalry between Cowboys and Philly. So if you ask me, is it a big game? No, we played Philly before in the first round of playoffs. We've done that before and beat them before at Philly.
Listen,
and L will tell you that because I remember this with Pretty Tony. So it ain't like it's never been done before, or I just know right now me and Lamar. I know right now me and Lamar have a week to sit back and we can watch you guys sit back, especially you, Mike, the host, and you, David, can sit back and literally wait until the end. And I'm going to ask if you can have a show directly after the playoff show on Saturday so we can all be able to have a show and then have another short show on Sunday so we can all talk about it.
That might be possible. Let me get
I
these
don't want
comments,
to
man. Timmy and Ruben, I got you. I promise. I'm gonna come to y'all. I want to make sure I get these comments in that's addressed to Philly because L, like I said, L gonna be bouncing soon. So this is from Lamar. I don't know if you see Steve's comment. Jalen will be Hurts. Horrible dad joke, but it does work. So
yeah, I hate.
So in his mind, he said no respect from me. He don't respect the Eagles, and that's where his stance is. I don't know what Steve, put your comment in there why you don't respect them like that. I'm curious to know. But even with his Giants having the season they had, he's like, listen, I'm not impressed by nothing the Eagles are doing. Because just a couple of weeks ago, y'all was having.
Can I just give a song? Can I give the Eagles fight song for y'all?
What is that?
Die, Eagles, die.
And mind you, he a Denver fan. What does Denver and the Eagles? They have no connection at all.
Nobody like Philly, man. Nobody like Philly fans, man.
Go ahead, Lamar. I hear you. What's up?
From what I'm seeing on this chat, man. 2017 must have been a brew for a lot of you guys. Because one of the mad hold over our head was the fact that we never won a Super Bowl. And now that that's out of the equation, the only thing you can do is bring up fight songs. You could talk about like our colors, things of that nature. But
why y'all falling off the stands?
Don't bring up your Super Bowls. You got one Super Bowl. You act like that.
And a long history with that.
Hey, don't get prideful,
One
Lamar.
Super Bowl.
Lamar, don't
That
get
Listen.
don't mean
prideful now.
nothing to be a one Super Bowl.
Listen,
Don't get prideful, Lamar.
I
One
got the
Super
most
Bowl.
relevant
Like
one on
you
this
want.
chat.
Come
I
on
don't care
now.
how recent
I got
it
the
is.
most
You
relevant on this chat. I got the most
100
relevant
years.
Super Bowl on this chat.
Let that man speak. Let
Oh.
that man
100
speak.
years.
Get a playoffs. Let that Philly
100 years.
fan speak. They in the playoffs. Cowboys, you're gonna get your moment. I gotta give the playoff clinching teams their moment. Get this man his moment to speak. Go ahead, L. And I'm about to share the rest of the chat. Go ahead.
I didn't bring up Super Bowl to brag or anything of that. I'm just, it's a lot of hate going on. It's a lot of hate going on.
That dude.
You know what it is? Everybody talking about cruise ships. Everybody talking about cruise ships. I want to talk about crabs because it's a lot of crabs.
I'm with it.
Hey, we gonna have a whole lot of crabs.
A lot of crabs.
You preaching without even realizing it.
We're gonna have a whole lot of crabs for you on the ship.
A lot of crabs.
We're gonna have a whole lot of crabs and fish,
You heard him?
shrimp.
He said a lot of crabs.
We got a snow crab in Denver. We got a king crab in New York.
Let that man
Tread lightly.
Hey, when you apologize to
Tread
me,
lightly.
asking me for a bigger room in a cruise ship,
I'm
gonna make sure you suffer a little for that.
We gonna
remember that when you're on the
galley.
ship.
I love it.
We ain't gonna forget how you lose on purpose for us to get kicked out of the playoffs.
That was the line.
Here's the difference. Here's the difference, and I'm gonna be quiet. Here's the difference is teams that made the playoffs. We get a better room than y'all bums that's in the bottom of the cruise ship.
No, you don't.
Like the
Not when I'm the
Titanic.
captain, my brother.
No, you don't either.
That is
Oh,
true.
Not when I'm the captain.
No, you
Not when
don't.
I'm the captain.
You're gonna be in the galley.
Your room is right there where you can see the water. You ain't inside the boat. You on the outside where you can
See
see
in the galley. He
Right
say
when
in
the
the
cusp of
galley.
drowning.
I like
Teams
it.
get luxury suite.
Luxury suite. I love it.
No daggone luxury
Yo.
suite. You in the galley, Joker.
Yo, Denver is the king crab, and New York is the
Crab.
Denver is the snow crab, and
Crabs.
New York got the king
Crabs.
crab. I'm with it.
King crab and snow
We
crab.
don't forget that y'all lose
it's
this game on
coming.
purpose just for us to get kicked out of the playoffs.
It's coming,
really
Lamar.
good episode because y'all all won. Now, L, don't forget you got one in North Carolina that just said, he said first round and out. I promise you that. He talking about your Eagles. That's Steve. Steve ain't impressed, like I said. So
Yes.
you got the snow crab in Denver, king crab in New York. What you got for North Carolina? You got anything specific for him? Or you don't even know yet? You gotta think about it.
He's one of them crabs. He's one of them crabs from Mario Brothers.
Yo, the crab reference is so fitting. If y'all knew what took place on the chat with all of the abundance of hate that came from non-playoff teams or non-playoff contenders, you would understand the crab reference.
And we all gonna be on we all gonna be on the same boat soon, so don't worry.
Okay.
Don't
We're
worry.
gonna be on the same boat, so don't
Now
worry.
let me post up. Let me let y'all see what Timmy. I'm coming to you. I didn't forget you. Also, Ruben. David said to you, Mark. He asked something specific. Mark, beat Green Bay. Y'all stop looking for help. Ooh, I like that. You trying to get
Tell him it ain't about looking for help. If he know the seed and how the playoffs work, number 4 seed ain't gonna play Green Bay. We ain't playing them, so I ain't even worried about it. So it ain't about me ducking. They the number 1 seed with a bye.
But the
if you lucky to get through tomorrow, I mean on Sunday, Mike, then we'll talk more in depth playoffs and how the intricacies of the playoff work. But since you ain't there, I can't talk to you about it. You don't know anything about it.
Well, no, the Raiders are right on the cusp, man. They right. They winning. They in like us.
They're
I'm not
on the
worried about
outside
the
looking in, just like you are.
But David been trying to give out cupcakes all week to the Chargers, so he's saying they bum. So I can't wait.
Look,
I'm waiting on him. I'm
let
waiting
you
on him
know.
to lose. He better not lose.
He said, "Let's
Better
go
not
Jaguars.
lose.
You need that Jaguar win. I get it. Listen. I need that Atlanta win this week. It's like Atlanta. Come on. I
Jaguars
need
ain't
that win.
winning, man.
You're not
Killing me,
getting no
man.
help.
Killing me, man. So we're gonna keep it going.
Mike,
Go ahead.
y'all making a play. playoff.
I know.
I guarantee y'all making the playoff.
Listen, when I come here,
Listen,
when I come
you
back
can't pray
online,
him in, brother. You ain't
Yo,
gonna be able to pray
Aaron
him
Donald
in.
gonna be breathing down Garoppolo's neck, and ain't nothing you gonna do about it except for get it picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
Aaron
You know
Donald
it's
got to
coming.
get
I
past
know it's
the best
coming. We
tackle
all know it's coming.
football, Trent Williams. So he got to get past the best tackle. Good luck with that.
Let me tell you
Yeah,
one
they
thing,
gonna.
Pastor Lamar. You can't pray him in. It ain't going to happen. It
Atlanta
ain't
go.
going. No, it ain't. No, it ain't, sir. I rebuke you in the
No.
name of Jesus. Go on with that next. We ain't
No,
have it.
no.
We ain't have it.
We gotta respect.
Until you do right by me. Until you do right by me, everything you
gonna
do
make a
gonna
color
fail.
purple reference?
Until you do right by me, everything you do
I
gonna
can't,
fail.
man. I can't. Timmy, I'm gonna come to you. Ruben, you acting Timmy. Timmy, your Giants, man. Cello already talked about it. What are you looking for? Do you want Judge gone? Do you want Barkley to not resign? What do you want for your offseason, man? What are you looking for?
We need help. Like literally help.
Okay.
Our offensive line is down the dumps.
Okay.
Quarterback. We need some good players.
Are you trying
And
to keep
the coaches?
Are you over Danny
Kick them
Dimes
all
now?
out.
Let me ask you, Tim, are you over Danny Dimes now? And do you feel like it's done?
I'm gonna give Danny Dimes one more chance.
Okay, I respect it. Okay, one more chance for Danny Dimes. I'm not mad at
It's
that.
the backups I'm very concerned about. And right now, I'm looking at Jake Fromm, but we don't want Giraffe Man on the squad.
Listen,
Oh, Jesus.
Glennon showed y'all he can carry this franchise to the next level if y'all give him some weapons. Cello, Steve, y'all all agree with me on that, right? Glennon could be the future if you just surround him with the right personnel.
You're gonna lose viewers for saying that, bro.
Yeah, you bugging now.
You're gonna lose viewers for saying
No,
that, bro. You better
my
tell him you're
analysis is
kidding.
wrong. All right, that might be off. Listen, I mean,
You better tell him
I
you're
might have been a
kidding.
Giants fan, and I said no.
He looked horrible, man. I was thinking, I thought Fromm would look better, but Fromm didn't look any better. I was like, man, tough year.
You leave this loser dude alone. You come to the most comfortable dude on the screen right now. The only dude here who ain't sitting there with his panties in a bunch, waiting on Saturday and Sunday to come, and nervous as hell. That's me.
You last because I got to go to Ruben to talk about his
That's me. All right, so
Atlanta.
you go to him, man, because they on the boat too. You'll be on the boat now.
Look at the y'all in the boat. We in the playoffs. Like, it's gonna happen. You gotta speak it. I'm believing it's gonna happen. But
we
look,
on the boat having fun. I don't know what you're talking about. We having fun on the boat.
I know y'all are, because y'all gotta go get new coaches and quarterbacks. We don't have that problem.
We eating scrimps. We eating scrimps, crabs, steak, everything, surfing turf, lasagna, everything.
Listen, Terrence, Cello, y'all got to make sure y'all check the Netflix schedules. A lot of movies for y'all to watch, because ain't nothing for y'all to watch on Sunday. So y'all good. Y'all just find something to watch.
The first movie we going to
I'm bringing my fire stick. I'm bringing my fire stick. We're going to be good.
That's right. That's right.
You know, Ruben, I'm glad you said. Oh, before I go to Ruben's, Steven said we gave y'all the blueprint for y'all one Super Bowl. Now read this comment. That's for you, L. He said they gave y'all the blueprint. How dare you disrespect anything the Giants doing when they gave y'all the blueprint? Because they own that division. I don't know if that's up for debate, man. I mean, I added all that extra flavor in there. That's what he said in a nutshell.
I replied to that comment. And what I say to that is, how come you ain't used the blueprint since 2011?
So we got Dave Gettleman.
Dave Gettleman is the real. Listen, when in doubt,
He's the
blame
best for
Gettleman.
everything. It's Gettleman's fault.
Did he type the response in?
He typed the response while he was on air. He was like, "You want to respond through chat? I'm gonna respond back through chat."
I put it to you like this. If they had a good offensive line, they would at least won some more games.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't got that. He ain't build it.
Okay.
That's hurting us a lot.
Cello.
So that's what we got to start.
Cello. I know you do apparel and stuff like that. make sure you make up a shirt that says "When in doubt, blame Gettleman," because you need to get one of the bad ones. You've been saying that about him for the last 6 weeks, probably
Hey,
7.
you started hearing players started coming out saying stuff about him.
They did.
I'm telling you, listen.
I did the Giants. Let me keep it moving. Ruben, actually, I'm wrong. I needed Atlanta to win last week, and y'all was it Atlanta or Carolina? No, I need y'all to win today. I need y'all to win this week. So let's go, Atlanta. Let's go, Atlanta. I need that win, baby. Let's go, Atlanta.
Nope.
We beat them before.
Nope.
You down there shaking your head. I see it. But we beat them before. We could do it again. Now, to start with what we need a pass rush, like urgent. We need to go in the draft and get some defense. All this offense we picking, our offense still ranked like 29th, 28th, and you picking offense every year. That shouldn't be.
You got a Pro Bowl tight end out of the mix, that
counts. Look, we need defense. We need a pass rush to help out our young corners, our young core corners and safeties we got back.
Okay,
that's what we need.
Well, I'm gonna make sure that don't happen. I'm gonna go on and call the little script club down there by the stadium and have them bring COVID in the stadium for the players. So y'all,
why you want to do that?
So y'all look.
He has nothing to look forward to. They not well. Actually, you don't either. But still, that's not the playoffs either.
Yeah. Come on.
Because that lets the 49ers in. We don't want to let them in. No, sir.
Hey,
no, sir.
Ruben, I'm sending all my positive energy to your Atlanta Falcons.
Wow, man.
In case we don't handle business, until you do right by me, everything you do gonna fail. I done told you.
It's already failed.
So, Ruben, I got a question for you. What happens at quarterback, man?
You're crazy, Terry.
We need to free up that $30-some-odd million he getting, and let Rosen play quarterback and see what he got.
Okay,
that's what I say.
Rosen from Arizona, y'all got him?
Yeah, they do.
Gosh. Yikes!
They got him.
Hey, we in rebuilding phase now. You might as well go ahead and rebuild.
Hey, he was a first-round pick, top 10 pick, right, Terrence? When he like 10th or 12th, they picked him overall. Crazy.
I think he was like, I think it was 3 or 5.
Oh man, that's somebody should have got fired over that pick. That's a really bad pick. So yeah, definitely. I respect it. Hey, all my positive energy is going towards Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta, I need y'all to handle your business, man. I need you to listen. I got a message for you, Terrence, because you act like you don't want to talk about the cupcakes that y'all had to eat.
Listen here, check this out, Dave. I put one on you too, Joker. On you too.
Yeah, Terrence,
everything you do gonna fail.
You left out about did we? No, we addressed y'all talked about it last week with the cupcakes. I wasn't on. Oh yeah, I gotta get props. But Mark, before I come to you, I gotta get props. I almost forgot. I was meant to do it at the beginning of the show, but I'm glad he wasn't on. Shout out to Steve. He held down the host job last week. Excellent job, man. He killed it. Yeah. He was on point. Y'all didn't get trolled like y'all get with me. Y'all got just straight facts and write the football like y'all like. Unfortunately, y'all stuck with me because I tried to give him 2 weeks out of the month and he don't want it. But I'm going to come back to him again and be like, yo, you're going to do
He was better than you. I know that much.
I know he did. So that's what I'm trying to give it to him. Like, hey, do 3 shows. I'm going to do 1. And this way I get to relax and troll everybody in the rest of the show with just my night and stuff. I ain't got to worry about muting none of y'all and putting you on. But he said, no, he's not trying to do it. But he did an excellent job, totally capable of doing it. Mark, if your connection do what it got to do, you'll be up also in moderation mode, which means you cannot talk Cowboys for 30 minutes straight. We got other people on the show. Just letting you know in advance so you have an idea. But this is what we're doing, man. So, Mark, the floor is yours. I gave the Eagles their moment. L had to drop. Let me see if there's any other comments. Somebody said the devil's a liar. That's Steve talking to Terrence with his until you do right by me. So
until you do right by me, everything you do gonna fail. Everything.
Mark, let me ask you. And respect. Salute to you too, Steve. He said, you know, my alias, Preslow Records, is the go to this. I appreciate it, man. I'm trying to learn on the job as I'm going, man. But these ragamuffins, they like you a lot, so we got to get you back on here because they raved about how excellent you were. So I want to bypass that without acknowledging how great you were.
It was definitely some talent that was on here.
Cello and Mark in check. It was like, no, we're not talking about that. I loved it. I respect it.
Can I get my time to shine, please? Can I get my in the playoffs sitting down with my feet up, waiting on y'all to rip each other apart? Time, please.
Let me set it up for you perfectly. For anyone watching, Mark is a diehard Cowboy fanatic. A little delusional, but a Cowboy fanatic nonetheless. They are now officially clinched. Mark, before I give you props, I think you owe us a thank you because us losing to Tennessee got y'all in there. So where my thank you at?
I was gonna mention because of your suckage didn't even allow us to go out. We won the game, but your suckage put us in there already. So it kind of destroyed all of the festivities because we already knew y'all were gonna lose and choke. Now you fighting for your life, but this ain't really about y'all because you gonna be home Sunday. This is about us. This is about me explaining to y'all that not only we got home field advantage for the first game, but I also heard through the grapevine that they might end up changing the Super Bowl venue to AT&T Stadium. How glorious would that be if things don't go right and the Super Bowl has to be held at home at Dallas, and then the next game, we only play one game away, and then the next Super Bowl will be at home? Everything is aligning up the way it's supposed to be. I told you it's the 666 ritual. You think it's a lie, but I'm telling you, y'all will not be the 16 to win the Super Bowl going into 2022. It'll be the Cowboys winning this Super Bowl with the easiest path to the Super Bowl. Trust me on that.
Timmy, fixed. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mark. I
got one thing to say. It's to my boy Ruben. I also put a blockade on your dub because I need the Niners to get no help. So I want you to lose, but I want you to lose by 1 point. Just to make sure you look good. And it was a late-minute field goal on a call that was a BS call for the refs or pass interference call. Because I need the Niners to fight outright, and if they win and beat the Reds and stop Aaron Donald, which ain't gonna happen, and stop rapping the boys, none of that is gonna happen. Y'all going home.
So
Aaron Miller gonna have a career night.
Why is he coming in when they not in contention for anything?
Von Miller's gonna have a successful night on y'all. I call it down.
Let me
cheap shots, Mick. You're a cheap shot artist.
I was tired of him in his voodoo. He offline. Mark, I'm putting him back in a second. I had to do it. Terrence, you earned that. When you stop, I'll put you back. Mark, I'm putting him back just because I respect him. Mark, I got a question for you. Who is it? Yo, see what I gotta deal with? Don't no other show deal with this. Only Fanatics. You tuned into the right show. Mark, hoodoo voodoo. Color purple. Do it to you too right by me. He's not even in the playoffs.
The Niners got the hex on.
Gonna happen.
On my team, yo.
I want to also mention to Ruben that Mike never ever said anything good about Atlanta until this one game where he needs your help. I'm just letting you know that.
That's so true.
Don't say for 1 second that he got your back.
I like Frank Darby a lot. I did say that, right? I think that was on air. I said I gave Frank Darby his.
They should lose on purpose. They should lose on purpose just to make y'all fight for y'all life.
Listen, man,
that's what they should.
Like.
Oh, and I'm not.
Want to make one thing. All my life, I had to fight. Go ahead, Mark.
I just want you to know about this lines between me, Cello, Terrence. That it's just a common sense thing. If you do not go to the Super Bowl, you going on the boat. There is no in between. There's no consolation prize. There's no I went to the Super Bowl. If you go and you lose, you still get a seat on the boat. So I don't want to hear anything. Either
And watch
you
the
win it.
parade together.
Ruben,
Yep.
Timmy, and Lamar, Steven, David, all the sensible people that understand that don't work. Like, I know this ain't horseshoes. I know how Mark like to say almost only counting horseshoes. That don't apply when the team go to the
Listen.
Super Bowl. You don't
If the Cowboys go to the Super Bowl and lose, you won't hear me say nothing. I'll probably be the most depressed dude on the planet.
Y'all gonna
I'm not like you. Well, I go, oh, we went against Baltimore. We went last. If you lost, guess what that means in this end? Nobody remembers
We
that
on the
you lost.
same
They know
boat.
Baltimore won.
Remember, we
No,
was up
nobody remember that, brother. You ain't never lied about that.
No, nobody remember about that. Nobody remember Philly going to Super Bowl before with T.O. and McNabb. No, nobody remember that. They know Philly lost. You gotta win. You gotta win.
I remember.
Consolation prizes don't work, man.
I'm glad you made a reference to that. And we're not off the playoffs yet, but I want to mention something that was you mentioned Philly and Super Bowl. Remember, Terrell Owens played that Super Bowl with what? What was wrong with him in that Super Bowl, Lamar? If you remember, his
ankle.
Screws. He had screws in his ankle.
He signed a
broken ankle.
He signed a waiver to play.
McNabb lost that Super Bowl. Wow. That's who lost.
Hey.
Yeah, he signed a waiver to play.
Yo,
I don't want to hear about injuries because Cass been telling me all year I couldn't talk about injuries. So don't talk to me about no injury in the Super Bowl because y'all wasn't letting me live.
So
McNabb lost that game. So McNabb lost that game. T.O. had over 100 yards.
He did. He played that.
On a hurt ankle.
Broken ankle with screws and had 100 yards. But
that's crazy.
If we're gonna stay in the playoff picture, but we gotta touch obviously something that's real big. And David actually mentioned it, and it was a good segue to where we are. Antonio Brown leaving during the Jets game. This would only happen at Giant Stadium. I can only see it happening in Giant Stadium, nowhere else. So he's in the biggest stage in the world, which is New York, which media is already going to jump on that. He leaves during after halftime, and all kinds of reports have been coming out with that. All right, is it a matter of his incentives? Was it based on that? And now we're hearing that no, he's saying he was hurt and that the coach Bruce Arians wanted him to go in, but I don't know, man. We gotta touch on this, Mark. I want to make sure you're clear on your playoff gloating before I move to this topic. Are you good? Are you content with what you got off your chest before we move to it? I'm setting y'all up so y'all can get y'all thoughts together. Are you good on your playoff speech?
Yeah, I just hope that the NFL don't pull a couple of fast ones to have a lot of key dudes out, man, because it's going to dilute the playoffs. Like, going to catch COVID, this is the week to catch it. I mean, it sucks saying that because, I mean, being honest, if we looking at it from a sports point of view, Lamar, they're really not going to take a chance of putting their team on the field with a Cowboy squad that's right now infected. And I don't blame them. You know what I'm saying? So you rather go into the playoffs at least healthy as you can be. Try to, because I'm hearing rumblings of teams trying to quarantine their players throughout the playoffs also. Like they trying to bubble them out, you know what I'm saying? So
I'm about the Federal Express to the field up here, whatever in Philly. Some of my snotty rags, whatever, so I can give it to the actual Seagulls so they can lose. So
yeah, I'm taking him off because he on one night. I don't know what he on tonight. Yo, could you stick to football? First is color purple references. Now he's sitting snotty. How do you hate that bad when you in Denver? That's nothing to do with Philly on no level. Oh, I gotta keep my hand near the mute and the disconnect button on the view because y'all on one tonight. So I'm gonna go.
I think COVID got his mind. COVID got his mind.
I remember. I can say this: when I had contracted the virus, I was delirious. I think you might have a little bit of that kicking in.
I'm gonna send this to him. To him right here.
Lamar, I got a message specifically for you, Terrence. I'm sure, and it's small caps. No Crab. Yes, that is a very accurate name for him. I'm running with Crab, Marcelo, and Terrence for the rest of the season until the season's over, for real. So with AB, I want us to get back to AB with Antonio Brown leaving the field during right after the halftime. He's saying he was hurt. David made a very good point, which is what I was leading to with the Terrell Owens thing, was that he looked pretty healthy leaving the stadium with the way he was, jumping up and down. He didn't look like his ankle was bothering him as much as he made it sound. Again, I'm not an expert. He posted his MRI and all of that. What is y'all take? Go ahead, Ruben. You got your hand up first. What is your take, man, on what's going on with him? Now,
when you running on the field,
yeah.
When you running on the field and you taking them hits and the dudes diving at your legs,
that's my man.
It's a totally different thing than you running off the field, for one.
Okay.
For two, Bruce Arians lied right there on national TV when he said he didn't know nothing about the man injury. So that should tell you right there what was going on. If it's about his incentive $1 million bonus, I don't know. But that's what teams do nowadays.
Yeah.
They don't want to pay that money, even though you're productive and you carrying the load for the people you have hurt. They do this kind of stuff. I never liked Bruce Arians as a coach anyway, to tell you the truth.
I mean, I kind of like his upfront, no nonsense, I'm going to tell it like it is kind of thing. I like a coach that'll curse you out a little bit and keep you going and humble you a little bit. I kind of like that. I'm not going to lie.
But if you're going to be no nonsense.
That's Joe Judge.
If you're going to be no nonsense, you got to start off with telling the truth.
Sound like Joe Judge.
You got to start off with telling the truth.
So
I hate his stupid hat. I hate that dumb tango hat he wears.
Listen, he looked like he go camping and stuff like that. He looked like that.
I don't like him.
There, he go sit by the he sit right there.
I don't like his
little seat. He got his fishing pole. You can see he enjoys his life, but
he looked like a good old boy to me.
That's listen, I'm not gonna touch that. I'm the moderator.
I'm gonna say this.
Ruben, that's the last comment. I'm not saying no more.
I got you. I got you. So let me ask you. I'm gonna start with Ruben and go around. Who was in the wrong here? Was AB in the wrong for not going out there, or what? All right. So here's the flip side. He doesn't go out there, no problem. Why the antics though? Why go in the end zone, take off your shirt, throw your? What is that? Why not just exit stage left? I'm confused by that. Anybody chime in, raise your hand so I can give you a chance.
But that's why it's like, let's be honest. AB has a history, man. AB has a history.
He has a history. Okay.
He has a history. It's like, yo, they probably tired of that cat.
So your coach says to you, hey, go in, and you're like, now Bruce Arians, according to his recap of what happened, he was saying it started in the locker room. That he was basically like, hey, talking about his ankle and talking about why I'm not getting the ball and all of this type of stuff. So it sounds like, listen, I'm not really being utilized anyway. I'm not going to go out there risking myself and getting hurt. That's what it sounds like to me. Maybe I'm crazy. Rick, if you can hear me, Terrence, if you can hear me, Ruben, if you can hear me, Lamar, if you can hear me, what's your take on that, man? Like, how do you think he should have handled it, or do you think he handled it the right way? Rick, I'll start with you if you want to talk.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I just think that he handled it wrong. If I got it, he was hurt, the whole 9 yards. He didn't mention anything about the incentives and the bonuses and all of that. So if he don't care about it, then that topic should have never even came up. People trying to put the narrative out there that, oh, he's disgruntled because he wasn't getting the ball. He never said anything about the incentives at all.
It's true.
Only thing he was talking about was he was hurt. The flip side to that is he shouldn't have handled it the way he did. If you was hurt, go back to the room, go back to the locker. Shannon Sharp said it this morning. Just go back to the back.
Hey, we don't mention the other shows on here.
My bad.
It's all right, brother. They didn't tell you it's all right, brother.
They be quoting us verbatim, and we doing our show a couple days before them. But they don't show us no love, so I got you.
I got you. But from what I heard, I agree with what was. He should have. He could have just went padded up and just went straight to the back and called it a day. Everybody would have speculated, oh, maybe he's going to get an MRI or maybe he's doing this or whatever, and it would have been not as blown up as it is now. For him to handle it the way how you complaining about you injured and you jumping up and down in the end zone and then jogging back to the damn locker room. You ain't that hurt, nigga. You ain't that hurt.
I mean, it's kind of hard to, in a nutshell. Yeah, I mean,
you ain't that hurt. So don't come back now and talk about, oh, I need surgery, and then I turn around and I show you the video. So now my lying eyes that I'm sitting here looking at, I'm supposed to believe that you hurt. Come on, yo. He was a clown the way he did it. The way he did it was completely stupid.
You got a rebuttals. Go ahead, Ruben and Terrence. I got a question for you. That's very important. Regarding
the way he did it, definitely, he shouldn't have went out like that. He should have walked off. He should have did it another way. I agree with that.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, he still could be hurt. He still can be hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, I've played hurt. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all have played games hurt.
Yeah. Woo,
you know?
Christ. Yes, sir.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So.
But by him doing that, though, is that helping his narrative?
No, it's not. It's not.
Then I need surgery and all of that. That's what I'm saying. He's setting himself up to leave the door open to question it, and he didn't have to do that. He could have just easily walked straight off, and it would have been done.
Right.
But what I don't like about the NFL is this: what they do to certain players. They put them in this bubble, and they keep them in that bubble.
Oh, you on one?
Like, look at Ray Rice. Ray Rice, one incident ain't been seen since.
Yeah, that's true.
You ain't lying about that.
That's true.
Ben
I had to give it to you. You was on one, Ruben. I had to give it to you. Go ahead, sir.
Ben Roethlisberger, the most serious infraction of them all.
Well, all right.
Preach.
You get to retire.
Off in the sunset, like nothing happened.
Off into the sunset. Then you got Mike Vick, dog charges. He went to go play for. He went to go play for Pittsburgh. They signed a petition. Didn't want this man in uniform for Pittsburgh.
Ooh, he on one tonight.
What's Ruben Cash at, man? What's Ruben Cash at? We got some
so
Jerry Rice doing chicken commercials with a chicken helmet on.
What does that have to do? Yo, you about to get killed on screen like Terrence. Y'all just be random. What?
What I wrote earlier about the disrespect to certain players. We know who we talking about, certain players in the NFL.
Right.
The NFL needs to be looked at. They need to be looked at.
Listen.
Bruce Arians. Nobody said nothing about Bruce Arians lying, talking about he didn't know about his injury.
Yeah, they left
when
that
he
alone.
didn't practice for a couple of weeks.
They left that alone. Now this is the thing. The NFL showed you. Now it's weird. Now it's a catch-22 because our whole show, a big premise of our show is built around the NFL. However, we're not gonna act like we don't call the NFL out on their foolishness because we touched on a whole Kaepernick situation. That showed you who they are, period. Like there's no debate in that. Yep. Then they came back and apologized because they were like, yeah, we was wrong on that one. Take this hush money, but don't talk about it. So we already know how they get down. It's just that it get to a point where, come on, guys. And again, I do not advocate for the way he handled that. Terrence, you and I was teammates at one point. You know that when your teammate who you play with and go out there and be on the field and sacrifice your body for comes up to you like Mike Evans did and try to calm you down, you know you're supposed to listen to your teammate just out of respect for him. Forget the coach. Your team who out there with you came to calm you down. What you think about his reaction even when Mike Evans came to him?
Well, I'll say this. It was definitely wrong. And I'm under the mindset that Ruben is under the mindset. That's why I said, I definitely agree with what he said. Do I agree with the way that he handled it? No. But what I'll say too, in the heat of the moment, a lot of times, whatever you're not thinking. That's true. But I'll say this too, and it may not be popular opinion. I think AB got a lot of us outsmarted. I think that to a degree, because think about what he did. Immediately after this was over, he put his song out there, and he actually went and modeled some clothes.
I'm
They're
done.
on Twitter.
I'm done.
Now, think about this too. In a matter of a few hours, he got 100,000 more Twitter followers. Pay attention to that?
Yeah, I didn't even pay attention to that, but like I said, what did I say in the beginning of this? I said the biggest market is New York. He's gonna do that in New York. Yeah.
In a matter of a few hours, he got 100,000 more Twitter followers right after that. So I'm just saying, you know, I don't agree with what he did. I think there's more to it, but I think he's the type of person. I'm gonna say this.
Go ahead.
In playing ball with these cats from Florida, their mindset is something different, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like their mindset. That's where he's from. He's from Florida.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought
Them Florida cats, they mindset they mind be on something different, good brother. You know what I'm saying? And so once they got their mind made up on something, bro, that's something wrong. Ain't no turning them around. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I mean, every cat that I met there, if they gonna fight, ain't nothing that you gonna say is gonna stop them from fighting. You know what I'm saying? So I think that what happened is that he just had that mindset. He was out of there. And he was like, I'm gonna make the best of the situation. Okay. And he went out there and showed his butt.
All right. I respect it. Listen, I gotta give you props, bro, because you
trash.
That's the wrong one. The one I wanted to give you is this one.
You've reached guru status. Wow.
Guru status because of the fact that you brought up the Antonio Brown with his Twitter followers and the marketing, and that might be genius, Mark Ruben. That might be genius. Cello, Lamar, Steven, everybody watching that's tuned in. That might be genius. He might be smart. He might be smarter than all of us, man.
I'm just saying.
Remember, AB was the one that was in the locker room live when he was in Pittsburgh. Remember that?
Tomlin will kill
that cat went live in the locker room, and he almost started something where, man, they started saying, you know what? Maybe we should start letting media go live in the locker room.
Yeah.
But that, you know, it's like, yo, like I would just say he has his history. No matter, I hear what Ruben was saying, but at the same time,
you can look at the chat too, Cello, because look at the chat. There's a comment that's tied into what you're talking about right now. David said, but AB brings trouble to himself.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like that history, like he ain't helping it. But then like y'all saying, was this whole market scheme? You know what I'm saying? Like, even though there's some truth to certain things, but was this a whole market scheme with AB? Look what type of person AB is. Like, I could see him doing something like this. I could see him. He's like the right person to do something like this.
Now, is he just erratic? Is he just erratic, or is it just this is well calculated? But go ahead, Terrence, respond to that, because that's David.
Let me respond. Let me respond. Can I respond to what David is saying?
Go ahead.
David
said the followers versus endorsement deals.
Over endorsements. Let me just say this: the Twitter followers are the endorsements, my brother.
Ooh,
social media is big time, man.
The Twitter followers are the endorsement, because without the Twitter followers, there is no product.
What you think? I see you.
Big companies. Listen, big companies got social media for a reason.
I like that. Mark, what's your rebuttal to what Terrence said to his rebuttal to David? What you think?
My personal opinion, I think Antonio Brown is a dinosaur. And what I mean by a dinosaur, the days of the diva receiver don't exist no more. They weeding that out. They're not letting the me player, especially a wide receiver. Maybe at a quarterback, you might get that. Wide receiver, they're not going to let it. They don't last long. That's why I won't be surprised if AB would never get on the football team again. Matter of fact, I predicted USFL, his other league. That's where he'll probably end up playing. Nobody's going to take a chance on the dude that walks out halfway through a game, man. Especially if it was against a playoff team, it'd be, you know, all right, he's hurt, he can't come back in. He left against the Jets, man. Like, he made a spectacle
but does he want to? But that's the thing, though. does he want to even play anymore?
I don't think he does.
What I'm saying is, as in him drawing the attention to himself, feeling like football is a game of teammates. Once you get one dude who thinks he's better than the team, nobody wants to play with that dude. You become a cancer. And once you become a cancer,
like that.
now listen, let me get this off real quick. One thing that
Lamar feels will take a chance on him. By the way, he put that in chat.
Well, we ain't not coming to Dallas, but what I'm saying is, he was with the Raiders. He was with New England. He was with Tampa Bay. All these teams. All of a sudden, New England. He's left.
Yeah,
he left on good terms. It's always been bad terms. So now you got a dude that's pretty much on the prime to the off side of his career. Are you really gonna pay him what Tampa Bay owes him? 40. I heard it's like close to 40 or something like that. I don't know. I don't want to go in his pockets, but I don't see any reputable team taking a chance on him. Maybe the Jets is taking a chance on him.
Yeah,
I don't see any contender team.
Go ahead, bro.
When he was with Pittsburgh, he saw everything unfold with Big Ben, everything.
Mm-hmm.
That probably left a sour note in his mouth. Look who we talking about. We talking about outspoken wide receivers. The most outspoken wide receivers, you got to look at it. They try to hide the truth and kick them out the league. Just
but
like
they not in the league no more, bro. They're not in the league no more. Dez ain't in the league no more.
Listen to what I'm getting to.
Hold up, Mark. Let him
Listen to what I'm getting to. Mm-hmm. T.O. talked bad about Donovan McNabb because of what he did. That killed his career. You know why? Because Donovan McNabb was the diva of Philadelphia.
Yeah.
But he told the truth, and they kicked him out.
That is true.
Let's look at the matter.
Yeah, and he found out years later.
He saw what happened in Pittsburgh. He saw what happened in Pittsburgh, and he had a sour taste in his mouth, and he wanted out.
What about the Raiders?
Pittsburgh, listen, I'm not done.
That was a horrible, run that Raiders win.
Pittsburgh put the word out there, AB is uncoachable, AB this, AB that. So when he got to the Raiders, look what happened to the Raiders. They was already jacked up.
Still on.
Look at the pattern.
Passes, though, Rue. That's a lot of passes, man. You giving them
what I'm getting y'all. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm trying to get y'all to realize.
Go ahead.
They try to hide everything behind closed doors, but AB ain't about that.
Yeah, he gonna put it out there. Yeah.
Soon as AB start talking, they get him out of there.
That's true. That reminds
just like
me
he did T.O. Soon as T.O. start talking, they got him out of there.
That's a good point, because that reminds me of another diva type receiver, and I don't mean that in the feminine term. I mean that in the sense that, all the attention on me. Des Bryant, was that kind of wide receiver, did a lot of talking, and nobody wanted to sign him. He was healthy and everything.
I'm gonna tell you about another team y'all ain't even talking about right now. The Texans. Look what happened to that wide receiver against his coach. Traded him. Because he spoke out. So look what they're doing to their main quarterback. Look at what they're doing to their main quarterback.
Yeah. So
because he don't want to be there no more, they bringing allegations on this man on touching physical therapists.
Listen, y'all. We did that. We unpacked that whole thing. Me and Terrence were the only two that had our own thought on that. But Mark, you made a good point, bro. In regards to the fact that they are getting rid of the diva receivers. That's like a dinosaur.
All you have to do is look at every single. I'm talking about not the regular receivers that keep their mouth closed, like the kid from Green Bay. I can't get his name right up the top of my head. Kid from Green Bay.
Which one?
The wide out.
Adams? Devontae
Adams. Quiet, goes about his job, keeps his mouth closed. When you are a me first receiver, and it's not a bad trait, because I'd rather have a me first receiver too, personally. That's just my personal opinion. That separates the lions from the lambs.
Agreed.
But what the NFL doesn't want is their receivers outshining their quarterback. And once that happens, I'll give you a perfect example, real quick, real quick, Ru.
Go ahead. Yeah,
Let's
go
take
ahead.
a dude like Odell Beckham Jr. Excellent player, made super strides in New York. New York traded him. You know why? Because Odell became so outspoken about his quarterback and didn't like the way things was going. They let him go. He goes down to Cleveland. Even the players admit that it wasn't Odell's fault that he didn't succeed in Cleveland. They wasn't dumping the ball.
Hold on.
Hold up. So let him rock. Let him rock. Go ahead, Mark.
Okay, now you're in the Rams in a whole different situation. Not only that, he's not the biggest dog on the yard. You got Aaron Donald there. You got a lot of other players there. Cooper Kupp, who's the best receiver on that squad. So he had to basically
best receiver in the NFL ever.
In the NFL, what I'm saying is he basically had to divert. When you the dominant person on your team and you're a receiver, the NFL, like you said, is very quick to quiet you really quick and make sure they blast you.
All right, so let me hold up, Ru. Let me go to.
Let me ask you this.
All right, ask your question. Then Cello, I'm coming to you. Go ahead, Ru. Go ahead, Ru. It's on you.
So we ain't never said nothing about. We sitting here talking about AB and what he did. Anybody said anything about Bruce Arians? What he did?
We was going there next. We was going there. Now we wasn't gonna let him get on.
Ain't nobody said nothing about Bruce Arians for one.
I don't like
what
Bruce
he
Arians.
did to spark this whole thing to go.
Was he wrong?
But ain't nobody said nothing about what he did.
I guess my perspective is different.
For one,
Bruce Arians told him to get out of here. He told him to get out of here.
He lied.
Bruce Arians fired him on the spot.
He lied right after the game.
Okay.
Thursday.
As a matter of fact, he did the throat cut thing.
Now,
The throat thing.
Yep.
Right.
So
now,
I'm coming to you.
Ain't nobody ever said anybody said about his work ethic. He got a hell of a work ethic.
Yo,
so
only thing people got a problem with.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you got this caliber of a star that his work ethic is impeccable and he don't want to go in the game, do you think he's really hurt or not?
I think he was hurt. It's the way he went about going off the field. If he would have just took his equipment off and just walked off the field without doing all that extracurricular bull crap.
I understand. We talking about AB.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just his
I
antics,
understand
man,
that.
antics is
I understand that, but I'm getting y'all to look at a bigger picture. I'm getting y'all to look at a bigger picture.
Yeah. I guess I'm putting myself in the
because if he was worried about the money, if he was worried about the money, he would have stayed in Pittsburgh because they gave him a good contract.
Man, listen.
He would have stayed with the Patriots, or he would have stayed with the Raiders if he was worried about money.
But
once he went live in Pittsburgh, that was it for him. Once he put the locker room in the public atmosphere, like Melo said, that was it for him. That's a no-go in any locker room. You don't go live during.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
So
that's what I'm trying to tell you. He didn't care about the money. It wasn't about the money.
Right.
It's about right and wrong. It's about right and wrong.
Yeah.
I don't think it's about
right and wrong. But see, that's where we get it twisted. Because see, a lot of these players keep their mouth shut because of the money. Let's be real.
Oh, 100%.
A lot of these players keep their mouth shut because they want to keep that money in them endorsement deals. Only a select few came out, and look what happened to them.
Listen, Cello.
Look what happened to them.
Ru, I'm gonna go to Cello. Good point, my brother. Good point. I just want to say this: like what you just said is the facts, no argument. Again, I can't help but go back to Cap. They was quiet. Players wasn't standing with him, man, because that bag would have got messed up. I get it. That's millions of dollars of endorsements just standing next to him, let alone kneeling when you got owners saying the convicts don't rule the asylum or whatever it was they were talking about and all this good old boy stuff. So I get it. My point is like, bruh, your teammates came to you and tried to get you off the ledge. No problem. But not only that, dude, he was facing the charges before Tampa Bay took that chance on him. Brady co-signed him. You can't ignore the fact that, bro, he was facing serious charges, and them joints went away once he went with Tampa Bay. Yeah, I'm gonna say that, and I'm gonna
Arians didn't want to sign him. Let's get that straight. Arians was the one that wanted him.
Who co-signed him to get him that job? Tom Brady.
Brady.
We know.
So
Arians didn't want him.
So just off the respect,
Arians had him in Pittsburgh. He didn't want him in Pittsburgh.
He didn't. So just off of the respect that this dude, who is arguably the GOAT, comes and says he works and gets you that position, I just feel like you could have handled it a little better just off the respect for him.
And that's another.
We're not knocking. We're not. What I'm saying is, I'm not talking about what he did was right. I'm just putting a bigger picture out there to look at the whole thing.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? What he did was wrong. Yes, he shouldn't have walked off the field and did what he did.
But it's good. It's good advertisement because we are talking about him. Sell us on you guys. So
I think too is you got to look at the situations. Every situation is not the same. Because in Pittsburgh they have black quarterback there. I mean a black coach there. Yeah. A very successful black coach.
What that mean?
Who has not had a losing record.
You said, what that mean? What does that mean? Because he's black?
No, I'm just saying he's black. Come on now, like the listen. How many black coaches are on the NFL right now? It's not.
And you're saying that to prove what?
I'm just saying. Listen, AB has a history, so he don't make things better. He don't make things better. Come on. Who in the locker room filming when you know cats be butt naked up in there and you live?
That is true. Yeah, man.
What you doing, bro? What you doing? So this is what I'm saying. I'm just saying, and you know, Terrence said it about some Florida cats. You know what I'm saying? They make up their mind. Listen, that's how it is. Up here, up, you know what they do up north? Different from south. Up north, they hate on each other up here, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
It's every man. It's pretty much every man for themselves. Down south, y'all help each other out a lot down there.
Yeah, up here,
not up here, man. It's different up here. But going back to OBJ.
Go ahead.
OBJ best years was in the New York Giants. You know what I'm saying? OBJ best years are New York Giants.
Agreed.
OBJ started getting the fame. It started getting to his head. He started feeling like he on top of the world.
Okay.
So guess what he does? He does an interview with Lil Wayne. And he says, I like the California sun. So guess where he at right now? Ain't that in Cali?
Good point.
Is that a reason to get rid of a player because they like the California sun?
I'm just saying he got his wish. His best years.
I like the split room in this. His
best years was a New York Giant. He hasn't been that same OBJ since then. You got what you wanted. So, you know what I'm saying?
I'm hoping that he's the OBJ that is being very diva-ish in this game on Sunday because I don't need him to make no plays on us. I need him to just be a fly on the wall. Terrence, you on mute on your own. I can't hear you, bro. Your connection ain't connecting or something. Go ahead.
But I hear what Ruben's saying. I'm just saying I think there's different situations in the league. You know what I'm saying? I believe there's some things and some things, huh?
Different how? How you mean different?
Like he said, like what press would bring up about the bag, right? Like you mentioned about the money, right?
I hear you, Nate.
Listen, you got cats that's taking care of their whole family with that check. So what you gonna do? Because your family, like, bruh, you better stay out of that business.
Yeah.
Let me say this real quick though. And I think that everybody's
we'll support
trying to give
Kaepernick behind closed doors.
Closed doors. Don't you step out on that feeling deal down.
Let me just say this though.
Go ahead.
And I wanted to be I wanted to be crystal clear. Everybody's trying to give Tom Brady all these props for helping this man out, whatever, quote unquote. I mean, as much as he helped Tom, as much as Tom Brady helped him, he helped cement Tom's legacy as well. Because without him, there ain't no Super Bowl.
What are you talking about, Terrence?
Understand that?
He had like.
No, I'm talking about AB. I'm talking about AB in terms of Tom Brady's
big Super Bowl. What are you talking about?
No, I'm talking about the season. He had a good season.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So let's make sure that we're clear. It wasn't. I'm not saying that Tom Brady is not a good person. I'm not saying that. But we keep trying to make him some type of hero as if he didn't get anything out of it.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
I
think to a degree that we're trying to make sure that we're trying to give him some type of accolades or some type of praise as if he was just doing it out of the kindness of his own heart. You know what I'm saying? Because he had something because he was benefiting as well.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? And then also when you look
Brady
at
was
the other
benefited.
messages that came out, right, in regards to the training thing, where he was paying Tom Brady, whatever, and his partner. So this wasn't a situation. Again, this wasn't a situation that he was. I mean, again, business is business, and all that stuff. But
it was definitely.
I think that people. But I keep thinking that people keep thinking, oh, Tom Brady did this. Tom Brady did. He put his neck on the line, whatever. Every team does this when they want to win a championship. Every team does this when they want to do certain things. That's the reason why you'll get a player like an AB that will get certain chances because the team wants to get over the top and win a championship. That's the reason why. It ain't about nobody. Ain't about no one's care for this person or this or that, whatever. It's about money. And then until we understand that as a people, kind of rationalize everything, whatever, and say, oh, this is about morality, ain't about morality. Because you're dealing with a league, whatever, that has always profited off of the black athlete. But when it comes to the black athlete being in prominent positions, they've had them down. You mean to tell me that 90% of your league, whatever, is black? But you mean to tell me, whatever, that only you have 2 head coaches in the entire league?
What does this have to do with his antics on how that was handled? That's what I'm trying to understand.
I'm not talking about the antics. As I said before, whatever is wrong.
Right.
But what I do also understand is this.
Okay.
I understand how the masses, the media.
Agreed. Including us, myself included. Yeah, go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? And so I understand that if you can make a person look a certain type of way, it's not long enough to other people will feel that same way based upon what it is that you said. Check this out. If you say it enough, everybody else will believe it.
They're gonna believe it. Yeah. But you gotta be conscious as a public figure. Don't you feel like you gotta be conscious as a public figure that, dude, I'm a celebrity. I am in a stadium with 60,000 people on national television.
This is the reason why, and this is the reason why, and this is
on that, man.
But that's the reason why. But that's the reason why I made the point that I made regarding him leaving and getting the Twitter followers. Let me also say this.
Oh, you got a message. If you're not, go ahead. While you talking,
let me also just say this. David said that if you're not on the field, then you're not going to have Twitter followers. Tell that to Kwame Brown, bro.
Okay, I mean, good.
Well, I was sitting there thinking, if I'm not mistaken, and I see David in the chat.
A lot of chat stuff that I'm posting is so much I can't even post all of it. And I'm gonna go back.
I just want to bring this up because I think this incident is something kind of similar. 2 weeks ago, you had 2 Redskins fighting on the sideline of a Cowboy game.
Yep.
Notice once them cameras got on them, they got it together, brought it to a normal thing as a teammate. Even though one didn't get back in the game, the other one still stayed on the sideline and behaved himself. I think once you put yourself in that predicament, the way he went about it and put himself in that predicament,
absolutely.
You know what? It wasn't enough for him to just leave the game. Let's throw a little bit of annex with it. That's what hurt his cause. He would have just took his equipment off on the way out the locker room and just chilled, and everybody would have asked him what's going on. Then he would have been able to say with a straight face, Bruce Arian wanted me to play hurt, and I refused to play hurt, period. That's why I walked off the field. I guarantee more people would have been looking at Bruce Arian, who, because everybody know he sent them away. Why did he send them away? He sent me away because I was hurt and I wasn't going to play and injure myself even more.
And that's
the only thing I think he did bad, because when it all boils down to it, like everybody says, you got all eyes on you. You got millions of people on you. You know what that would do to the Redskins organization is you saw their players fight on the sideline on national TV. You know, he just should have just chilled out a little bit more and brought it down. I agree with what you're saying, Ruben. I believe that is more in the game than what we see.
Oh,
but he didn't help. He didn't do himself no favors by making it, making himself, stand out from everybody else to prove his point.
I agree with you. I agree with y'all what y'all saying about he shouldn't have did what he did. That's not what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. All I'm saying is, if you're gonna look at him, look at Bruce Arians too.
Oh, well,
that's all I'm saying.
Yep. Well, what happened is, Ruben, like Mark said, he took the light off of Arians because of all of the extra spectacle stuff.
I understand that. I understand that.
Had he handled the way his players was trying to tell him,
I gotta disagree. I gotta disagree with that.
The media is gonna profit more. The media is gonna profit more off of the actions of AB than the actions of the coach. And I'm talking about because he went to because of his
y'all on it right now, man. Y'all on it. Go ahead.
The reason I said this is because chaos brings profit.
Right.
Chaos takes away from the real thing at hand.
Yes.
That's how this nation was built. Yep. And that's what continues to make this nation go and them to keep raising the prices on everything. Chaos.
Yep.
So with that said, we can literally go on with him forever. I'm gonna read some of the messages in the chat so y'all can respond because there was some great feedback from them. What do you envision for him next? Will he be on another team next year, or will he end up on
blackball him? No, he's blackballed. They got a reason to blackball. They got a reason to blackball him.
USFL, I told you, dog. Andrew Luck, USFL. You heard that from me first. But don't quote me. That's my personal opinion. AB go to the USFL. Get a league a little bit of credibility.
So you got him USFL. Ruben got him blackball. Terrence, what say you? Steve, I see you. Hopefully you got to talk in between because I can never hear you. So I don't want dead space when I say, hey, Steve, and then it's just sitting there dead. So make sure you chime in as soon as you see a window. Go ahead, Terrence.
Yeah, so I mean, the thing is like I said before, and I've been saying this, is that again, it's all based upon money. I think that if a team gets in a big enough jam and need to get over the top, whatever, they will call them. I just see it. I mean, we've seen it over and over and over and over again. Let me also just say this too, is that he was in a lose-lose situation to begin with. And every single time, and this is the thing that we have to also realize too. And again, I don't want to make this a racial thing, whatever, because you know what I mean. But as much as we don't want to make it, whatever it is,
watch it. I need fanatic love, man. Watch it. Go ahead.
No, but I'm just going to say this, whatever.
Nah, you speak your mind.
We always have to fight from a proving ourselves to be in a situation. We don't ever get the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? And so regardless of what anything happened, the moment that, even if it came out in the media, whatever, after the fact, whatever.
Steve, you popping, by the way.
Crucify him anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Crucify him anyway.
Okay. Steve, I'm going to unmute you. Your sound got like a popping noise going on. I don't know what that is. But Cello, where do you see him going, man? Do you see him going to the Cowboys like Lamar's prediction? That's what I see. Gallup towards ACL, they need another receiver. AB makes sense. Maybe not right now, but when they come to that, listen, they're trying to make the Super Bowl. What you think?
I think how you asking Cello and answering like you a Cowboys fan.
Because I can. I'm muting you. Go ahead, Cello. Look.
Yo, can I go?
Man.
Go ahead, Cello.
I mean, I'm just like.
Go ahead, Cello. Steve, stay right there. Don't go nowhere. Go ahead, Cello. What you see for him?
I don't know, man. Like, I mean, I would feel like this is the last straw right here. Does he even want to do it anymore? Does he even want to play anymore? You can already see he don't have love for it anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say football itself, but as far as the NFL, you know what I'm saying? I could see him going to the XFL, man. Watch out for the XFL, man. Think about it. Would the XFL
both back? Both are back.
Would the
XFL and USFL are back. Both are back.
Which one the Rock own?
You've reached guru status. Wow.
Because
would the XFL
they're flashy. They flashy. Go ahead, sell out my bag.
I was just saying, would the XFL embrace this?
Who does the Rock own? Which one of those leagues?
USFL.
That's the one he'll go to.
He'll be
That's the one he'll go to.
Steve,
what we'll talk about? That man don't need no money.
he literally don't. Steve, it's your moment. I'm giving it to you. I need to hear you. Go ahead, sir. Make your
All right, yo.
It's on you.
Can you hear? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Nice.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Nice.
Yeah. This is all I want to say.
The heck?
What you want to say?
It dropped. His thing dropped.
It dropped.
Listen, that means he's not meant to make his point tonight or something. I was ready. You see the anticipation on my face. I was like, yes, we're going to hear from
He about to snap. That's why. He about to snap.
He dipped off. All right, man, let me post some of these comments, man, while he come back. Some really, really good one. This is what David said. I'm going from like last ones and up. He doesn't want to play, but he needs the money. That's David's perspective as it relates to AB. On the chat, David has some real strong thoughts in regards to AP, not negative or whatever, but he has strong thoughts in regards to opinion in regards to AB. So he's sharing some of them on the chat. What y'all think about that? He doesn't want to play, but he loves money.
He don't care about money.
We don't. I don't think. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, so
it's not about the money. It's just not about the money. I think it's a lot with to do with respect, and a lot to do with he just at right now feels like the NFL's not gonna allow nobody to be bigger than him. That's why he's gonna get blackballed number one.
Yeah.
You know, I just don't see him being able to survive this, not this, you know, not embarrassing the league.
Yeah, because every time it's going to be brought up. So if a team does take a chance on him, this footage of him doing that spectacle is going to get replayed and replayed and replayed. I mean,
like Ruben said, though, I think Ruben nailed it. It ain't about the money. It's just not. The man is playing. He don't know how to play another down the rest of his life. So I think if he does go to the USFL or one of these new leagues, he immediately gives it credibility. I don't care. Yeah.
Because I could see the XFL making us listen. The XFL would take advantage of this situation.
100%.
They will make this a story and a movie.
Marketing.
Yes, it's marketing.
Not only that, if you don't take
The Rock.
You said The Rock.
The Rock.
The
Rock making it happen.
One of the owners.
Not making it happen, yo.
Yeah,
he really does.
The main owner is Jim McMahon.
No, this is XFL.
Not this one. He's one.
The USFL.
Set of investors for the
USFL. The USFL is with Rock. The XFL is
because obviously they had to get the
license.
You
know what? No. I think they sold it to.
It's something.
We gotta check it.
Listen,
he had to sell it because the XFL was under Jim McMahon at one time.
But listen, this is
the face of it no more, Ruben. I did see his name still linked to it, but he's no longer the face. He got these group of investors The Rock got with him. They about that business and they know how to market because Rock is a superstar in Hollywood. So
you said, hey, Press, you said who's no longer the face?
Vince McMahon.
Oh no. The Rock is gonna be the face.
The Rock is the face.
He's the face, not the player. The Rock is gonna be the face.
He's the face.
He not trying to play. And let me say something real quick. The minute a USFL player gets snagged and he's supposed to be an NFL prospect, things gonna get real interesting. Trust me on that.
Yep.
Because the floodgates open up, and if the USFL is paying basically what it is, it's your rookie contract. If they giving just as big or equivalent rookie contract as the NFL, they're gonna be able to more. Plus, they don't play the same time as the NFL. We talk about summertime league, you know what I'm saying? Which is a whole different thing. Only reason it hasn't been successful is because they haven't had legitimate players, coaches, and marketing. But You got The Rock on this one, not the XFL. That's why it doesn't get much of a chance, the XFL, because we already seen it 2 times and it was a joke both times. This time, the USFL, they trying to play football, man. They ain't trying to, do all the gimmicks.
All right, so let me get to some. It's a lot of good comments that I want, and then we can move on to our next. We're gonna transition. We still got time. We're actually doing pretty good on time because we started later. So, my countdown only got an hour and 29 minutes. So we're doing pretty good. All right, so David said y'all doing it again to make excuses for his actions. This probably is more geared towards Terrence and Ruben, which I don't know where Ruben went.
What are we doing? We've said that what he did was incorrect. What we're looking at, whatever, is, see, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Guys, we've been conditioned to always look at us as being the problem.
He was conditioned. Go ahead, brother.
We've always, when you look at any situation concerning that a person of color, we've always been conditioned to be the person that has the problem. Right? Let's look at, and I'm going to just go back in history real quick, whatever. You know what I mean? And I ain't trying to preach nothing like that. But go back to the Emmett Till situation.
Meat and potatoes.
You know what I'm saying? Emmett Till.
I'm
trying to give it to you, bro. Look at the Emmett Till situation, whatever. Yes. Most people would have blamed Emmett Till. He shouldn't have whistled at that woman. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is that what we have to start doing in general is stop vilifying each other and find out the facts before we do that.
Woo, David.
Quick to the punch to do that.
Woo. David, that is a response to your response. So feel free to come back on or put something in there. I'm gonna keep going to the comments. Y'all on one, man. I gotta give y'all the applause, man. Y'all have been really in depth. Y'all have given some good perspective on both sides. Bruce Arians does not get a pass. Unfortunately, what happened is when he did all of the antics, it took away from the fact that this man was lying. Had he not done it that way, that would be the talk of everybody looking at Bruce Arians sideways, like, yo, he showed you, he told you, but because you left the way that you left and did all of that, it takes all the attention off of him, and all he got to do is go, yeah, I did tell him to go and F himself, and he's off the team, and now we left with what we left.
But it's typical behavior.
Oh, 100%.
It's typical and acceptable behavior. As I said before in the chat, how many times, whatever, do you vote for a politician that's lied to you?
But I ain't gonna front though, man. Come on, though. What AB did though. It's hard to.
How many times
listen,
do we do
I hear
it,
what you saying. I respect it.
Lies
but
don't
come
make
on, what AB did. The cat. Not on. Listen, it wasn't even quick. That joint took a little while. That cat.
Why they were on the field, Terrence and Ruben? They were coming on the field.
Listen,
guys, I
then
think y'all misunderstand. I'm not condoning. I'm not condoning.
I never seen anything like that.
I'm not condoning what it is. I'm not condoning what he. I'm not condoning it. But what I'm saying is, whatever is that we're so quick to do a knee-jerk reaction to certain things without getting all of the information.
No, that information,
and we do it a lot of times when it concerns us.
But Terrence, listen.
Hold on, fella.
I gotta keep moving.
What I'm saying is, go to the situation with Bruce Arians, right?
Yes.
The situation with Bruce Arians, whatever, he gets a pass, but that pass is always a pass in any situation. They always. And he always gets a person as Bruce Arians, whatever, will always get the pass.
Watch the Kaepernick doc. Watch that Kaepernick doc. That'll outline a lot of that. If you haven't seen it, that's exactly what Terrence just mentioned is outlined in that documentary. Go ahead. It's on Netflix, by the way. Shout out to everybody involved in that. Go ahead, Mark.
It was funny because I listened to what you were saying earlier, T, and I think that was probably the main problem with AB, if you're looking at his work and his track record. You're right, he did gain 100,000 social media followers.
Yo, Lamar.
But that's exactly the biggest problem is. When he was in Pittsburgh, can't keep his mouth closed, became a problem, social media got involved.
Yeah.
Those antics that he did Sunday would have never went on if there was no social media. But since the spotlight was on him, You know what? Let me not just take off my equipment and throw it. I mean, not just walk over because the state troopers was about to arrest his ass.
Yo,
They
I seen
thought that he
them
was a
looking like
speaker
this
walking
close,
running
man.
on the field and had to
They
be
was this
told that he was
close.
the
I
player.
seen that. It was this close. I
Took
seen that.
off one glove, throw it in the stands, took off the other glove, put his shirt, threw it off the stands, it just came across as, 2020 is hindsight. That yeah, most of it was done for social media because any other rational person would have just grabbed their stuff and me walk off. You know what I'm saying? But in this day and age, like you said, the number of likes are like endorsements in a strange, crazy way. So not only did he say, you know what? Let me get up out of here, like Ruben said. Let me get up out of here. You know what? I'm done with this. I don't like this area situation. This dude, you know, to me, he's pompous and arrogant. He didn't like it, but he felt maybe I can get opportunity out of this too.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yo,
That's all I'm
but
saying.
Showboat a little bit, because now it's gonna be in the news cycle constantly. Like right now, us talking about it shows just how hot he is.
But
Or for him just not leaving, him giving the antics and then leaving. So yeah.
I'm gonna keep the ball rolling. Point, Mark.
yo,
Good point.
Lamar's comment is hilarious.
Lamar said, in reference to him running on the field while the offense was on the field, they almost got 12 men on the field penalty. Like it was like everybody was confused. Like they was on the field. So it was just it was a disaster, man. It was a debacle. What's the word Terrence would say? A debacle. It was a straight debacle.
If that would have happened to the Cowboys, the way the media would have covered that's what I don't like, because the way Brady tried to spin it and make it seem like the dude was crazy and he's depressed or whatever. What's the new keyword they use? Mental illness. Dude knew what he was doing, man. He was at the basketball game the next day chilling, man. Sometimes he just wanted to pretty much act out. He got his act out on, and now he going through in his life. He'll get surgery. I just think he just killed his career in the NFL. That's all. That's just my opinion.
So we're gonna move from him in a second. I just want to make sure I highlight the comments. I'm good with y'all. All of us gave our perspective, but I gotta get a comment still up because they left some really good ones. Steve said the media did an excellent job of making y'all only highlight AB's wrong. He's wrong, but when we gonna give Bruce Aaron? But we gonna give Bruce Aaron.
But if y'all saying AB planned this to do it like that.
No.
This was what AB wanted.
Spontaneous. AB.
This was AB wanted, right?
I mean, how do you?
I'm not saying he planned it. I'm saying at the end of the day, whatever, when he realized things was going the way was it that he didn't want it to go, he was like, "Hey, I'm about to do what I got to do." You know what I'm saying?
Anyway.
Because when you think about it, let's think about it, guys. Whatever. When you look at let's just say we're in an entertainment age. You know what I'm saying? These guys do whatever to do. Whether it be going on somebody's block, whatever, getting shot at, whatever, and they get all these likes, all these people, and next thing you know, they go viral, and all this money pops up.
Okay.
And so I just think at the end of the day, whatever, he had the wherewithal.
So let me ask you.
Yeah, but the NFL perpetuates that too now by letting every single defensive play you go run up to the camera, the whole clique running up to the camera. So the NFL ain't no saints. They perpetuating the me first and keeping the front and showboating. Only thing is,
exactly the problem is.
Antonio Brown didn't go according to plan, and he didn't do the way
the problem. Social media got involved.
Yeah, somebody breaking up. Ruben, if that's you breaking up a little bit. Oh man, you breaking up. You're trying to make a good point, but you're breaking up a little bit, Ruben. You totally went out. I can see your picture, but you froze or you disconnected. Yeah, but so I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this example. Mike Singletary had an issue with Vernon Davis. Can't win with him. Can't win without him. Whatever is what he said.
Can't win with him.
While
Can't play
during
with
the
him.
game, he sent a grown man, our first round pick, who was really good at the time, to the locker room during the game.
Yep.
Why was he not wrong for that? I didn't
To
hear
the
nobody.
locker room.
I didn't hear none of us, because we was all talking football then. I didn't hear nobody say Mike Singletary was wrong for that. How was he not wrong for that?
But social media wasn't like it is now. Like he went and he took it like a grown man, and he took his lumps and he respected his coach. That's why the next game, actually, from what I understand, that helped him become more of a man.
He said
because
it in
of
his,
that
they interviewed him later on after his career, and he said that changed his whole career, was the fact that was done to him. So I'm not saying that had to happen to AB for him to respect Bruce Arians, but I'm just saying, like, I'm giving y'all the flip side. When Bruce Arians is an older coach, right? So I'm sure he that pedigree. Dude, get your behind in the game. I'm not saying you're not injured, but I'm just saying that kind of coaching exists. I'm sorry to say that.
Y'all remember what Bill Parcells said to which
the worst
Terry
Bill
Glenn?
Parcells
No, he remember what he said to Terry Glenn, right?
Yeah.
During the interview, whatever.
Yep,
he said she hurt. You know, he called him a girl. You know what I mean? She hurt.
That's the flip side. That the older coaches are from that pedigree of, oh, you're not
You
gonna
can't
really
do that now, man. These kids, man, these athletes now, and AB is on the cusp of that. AB PO era. AB's a little after the Des Bryant era, so he's still, consider himself young. So the way he looks at it, they don't really authority, man.
So Terrell Owens played with what? What he played with in the Super Bowl?
He had a broken ankle with screws in
it. And he played?
That's why.
Yards,
and he played?
126
hey,
yards.
Cello, that's why Joe Judge is having a hard time. Joe Judge, old school, man, and I agree with that 100%. He an old school coach. He cut off.
I done seen Joe Judge ripping players, man. I done seen him
and the
ripping
players don't like that, man.
You can't say
for now. They don't like that.
McAdoo wasn't like that.
Check what Lamar said, though. Check out what Lamar said.
Pat Shermer wasn't
true.
like that.
As we move over this topic, I'm gonna go around and do a consensus, as well as y'all that's watching. Thank you for watching. This is Fanatics Live, for the fans, by the fans. You're not gonna get this kind of in-depth perspective nowhere else. I can promise you, because we live, eat, breathe. We like little fanatical with it, so it's understandable why we sound the way we sound. But how many of y'all, who do you feel, and I just need one word answer because we already even talked about it. So after all that you done heard and digested, who's to blame for what happened with the events on Sunday? Give me a name, either AB or Bruce Arians. I just want that. I don't want a why. I just want a name. I'll start with Ruben. Who's to blame for that? And I respect anybody's view. I just want to hear it.
Bruce.
Okay.
Bruce. Be the head coach.
Okay.
Bruce.
Got you. Mark, who you got?
Bruce. Be the head coach.
I said Bruce.
Okay. Bruce. Terrence.
I have to say Bruce.
That's Bruce, 3 for 3 right now. Bruce. Cello. Lamar. David. Timmy. Steven. I need y'all to let me know. David.
I bet you wouldn't have pulled out. You wouldn't have pulled that with Mike Tomlin. I bet you wouldn't have did that. You wouldn't have took off your equipment and showboated on him. I can promise you that. You wouldn't have did it to Bill Belichick. You wouldn't have did it to. You wouldn't have did it like that to certain coaches.
Can I just say this? I feel like if he did that in Pittsburgh, some of the players might have put hands on him. They don't play that out. They loyal to Tomlin like that. You gonna do what? No, you're not gonna disrespect him. A black man in this kind of position, you gonna make him look. No, somebody would have approached him. That's what I feel like would have happened in Pittsburgh. Go ahead, Sella.
I don't know none of these two dudes personally, so I blame both of them.
So you and David got the both stance. Steven, the question is, who is to blame for what took place, what transpired on Sunday with the AB situation? Is it AB or is it Bruce Arians? I just need to know who. I don't even need you to elaborate. I just need to know who Phil is to blame for that. Let me put up what Timmy said. Timmy said Bruce. He's with Bruce. He said Bruce Arians is to blame. Lamar said Bruce Arians is also to blame. I'm of the mindset, to be honest with you, I'm on the both. It's a 50-50, 100% 50-50 for me. I am not on either side in regards to that. Like I said, both. Clear as day.
I don't know if you read the comments, Nick, but Lamar had an excellent point. I just haven't, like he said, look how long of a leash Urban Meyer had. You know, he has an excellent point. This is after he got caught twice.
That's what I'm saying, though, fellas. That's what I'm saying. That's my point.
Double-sided sword.
I mean, if we want to be real, we don't even have to go to NFL. We can go to our daily jobs that we go to and see that there's some double standards. If you that's if you don't work for yourself and you're a business owner like Terrence and Cello, y'all, that's different. But if you gotta go and report to somebody else and you work with colleagues and stuff like that, and you don't own your own business and you are responsible for working with other people, you're gonna encounter that. There is definitely it's a different set of expectations and rules for different people. I don't know what that's about. It's just weird, but that's welcome to America. So that's what that is.
But that whole thing, whatever, it needs to be evaluated though, man. Like you can't I get what you're saying, whatever, but that's wrong. You know what I mean? And until we correct those things, because we've become acceptable of different things that go on, whatever, and that's the reason why it continues.
Yep.
What's funny is,
go ahead, Mark.
We could find it ridiculous that T.O. want to get back into the league, but yet Tim Tebow got a spot with the Jags after not playing football for 3-4 years. But we don't give T.O. a chance to see at 45, who's an excellent top chip shape. And
Tebow had a great block. He had a good crackback block. You don't remember his crackback block?
No, we don't.
I bet you T.O. would have probably made the Jags roster. That's the saddest part.
Yeah.
T.O. probably would have made the roster.
Agreed.
And that's all I was just saying, fellas. Is like, you know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that any one particular group are superior over the other. I just think that we do have that complex that we have to prove ourselves as being right, as opposed to being wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that we do too much in trying to tell somebody else we belong. You know what I'm saying?
It'd be nice if people, and this is only fanatics, we this is what we do. So it would be nice if people started to judge you by your character, the way you conduct yourself, and stop looking at all these other things that is so surface. But that's the reality of what we're dealing with.
I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead, sir. And I'm going to continue with this comment. I want to read Steve's. Go ahead, Ruth.
Anybody heard anything about the Deshaun Watson thing that's going on?
The only thing I heard about it is the fact that they're trying to move him, but the media keeps saying whatever. I wouldn't move him until those cases are cleared. However, usually in a civil case and things like that, these move pretty fast. So yeah, I get where you're going. I get where you're going with it.
It was all the rave during the offseason or during the draft and right before all that when he was about to get traded, and it was so high that nobody traded for him. Because remember, I told y'all I wanted him.
You ain't heard nothing else, have you?
I wanted him. He never got moved. They wouldn't move him. This was before the draft. I wanted Deshaun Watson.
You ain't heard nothing else, have you?
Haven't heard nothing.
It's been very, very low. Very, very low.
And
you know what, Ruben? The only time that something
20 years away from him and hold him hostage, it's point blank. Because if he did something, he'd be in jail by now.
But that's
the only time that it comes up is if it gets close to a team. Well, the media starts saying there's a team that's going to get him. That's when it starts coming up a little bit. But you really don't. Yeah. It doesn't become national news. It only becomes NFL Network news.
Agree. All right, so let me read
what they're trying to do to him too, right?
Yeah, I see it. Let me read Steve's comment because it's a good one. He said both because AB disrespected his team, my point, and Bruce Arians disrespected AB. I get that. All right, so it's a split, literally. Three of us. No, it's David said both. Cello said both. I said both. Steven said both. Timmy said.
I'm surprised David said both, but go ahead.
David said both. So that's where we are. So AB, man, I mean, it's a lot of people. If you happen to come across, which I hope you do, listen, man, it was a better way to handle that, but you're a grown man. Can't nobody tell you how to handle it. Just understand, where every action is a reaction. So the reaction is what it is.
Listen, AB, come on the show. I'll interview you. I'll give you a fair shot.
He sure enough would. Listen, listen, you a great player, but it's just weird that it's unfortunate because now we don't know what's going to happen. But I do think somebody like the Cowboys who's going into playoffs, Gallup hurt, they might take a chance on you. So expect that call from Jerry Jones because he's going to be a little nervous when he see who they got to play coming up in the next couple weeks. So you never know. Give me my Google status. Give me my Google status if it happens.
Not be y'all.
So let me go make sure I didn't miss anybody. Dave said, man, y'all really got the chat going, man. Y'all have so many points. Excuse me if I missed any of your points, man, because there's a lot that y'all said, and I'll try to put each one up here, but it's a lot that y'all said. But David said, where's the one that David said? I'm putting it up right now. Give me 1 second. No holding the NFL, no NFL holding Deshaun Watson until the offseason so they have something to cover after the Super Bowl. Yet again, the storyline.
Sound about right.
That's possible.
That wherever Aaron Rodgers going, that'll be the main click point.
He's coming home to Denver to get out. He's coming home to Denver to get out.
He might go to Atlanta.
I don't think he's going anywhere.
I think he might go to
I
Atlanta.
can see him going to Denver.
Man, ain't nothing to let us know that on Aaron Rodgers.
Atlanta is the hot spot right now. That's where everybody goes. So listen,
Aaron Rodgers ain't going up
now. You gonna quit disrespecting my team there, Baldy. You gonna quit disrespecting my team, okay?
Is that me or Terrence? I was giving him props. He got me talking about Terrence.
You ain't bald. Terrence bald.
It ain't nothing.
I'm gonna put the head back on you.
No, please don't listen. Don't make me catch you on screen too. I'm 2 for 2 right now. I'm 2 for 2. I had to take Mark off. But Terry's throwing tissues and nailing it in the prison. Anthrax is sitting in the building.
My bad, Rube. I'm sorry.
You all right, man. You all right. You all right, brother.
I'm gonna act like this comment didn't even come up. Lamar, I respect you, but you bumped your head. You took too much Advil or something. Denver is a quarterback.
Hey man, well you know what? I guess Bible said he did help that brother get his soul together.
Denver is a quarterback away. Denver is a crabs. I'm saying that to Lamar. What?
Nah,
Can't give him
I believe that. I believe
God
that.
is good.
Denver is a quarterback away, man.
The quarterback for being in contention.
Yeah. What?
That's a
God is
fact.
good.
Yeah.
Listen,
you heard the man of God. You heard the man of God.
I'm not talking about no non-playoff team right now. Let me keep it
moving. Man of God, stop lying. You heard the man of God.
Terrence is the only ball.
You're not about to see the mic, so stop saying non-playoff team. Right. There's only one team in here on the screen.
I'm trying to speak it so it can happen, man. I'm saying, listen. Hey. So we're gonna move on. We covered the NFL for literally an hour and 52 minutes. Thank y'all so much for all your engagements, for your engaging, feedback. Mark, we're gonna move to the playoffs. Keep it real. We're gonna move off to the playoffs or the NBA because we gotta talk about some stuff. I need you to tell me, who do you envision y'all playing? Who do you see y'all playing? Not who you want. Who do you see you playing?
I think the powers that be did a massive job of putting us in the number 4 spot so we can replay the team we lost, similar to how we did with Philly, similar to how we did with Seattle when they beat us during the regular season and we beat them the first round of the playoffs. So I would like to see the Cardinals, and then after I see the Cardinals, Mike, you're not going to make it, man. It's just not going to happen, man. Like, no matter how bad you
I don't know.
It's just not gonna happen, son. It's just not. I personally, I would like to see the Rams because I think that the San Fran ain't gonna go past the Rams. I just think the Rams got too much firepower for y'all, and that's what's gonna get y'all out. And I think once the Rams get in, it's gonna be tough, man. It depends. It's not gonna be an easy road, but my role is a lot more familiar my first game than anybody else's. You get what I'm saying? We got a common opponent. We've faced each other 2 weeks ago. It's just about who makes the biggest adjustments that's going to win that game.
Okay.
So my home field advantage and my adjustments, lead me to scoring more than 3 points, which I lost by. I should be able to take that home easy.
All right.
Yeah.
So David got a comment for you. He got a
Dave, get up out of here.
David got a nice rebuttal for you, Mark. He's letting you know in advance. Dallas Raiders Super Bowl, another cupcake in the Super Bowl wing.
Yeah, okay.
He said take cupcakes because Denver just had them Orange Crush cupcakes. Was pretty good,
we don't
right?
care nothing about that.
Was those Orange Crush
About
cupcakes good though? No, you ain't tell us how they taste.
He talking about on the cruise when they played in the Madden.
Right, exactly.
Listen, the crabs, the king crab had to come in, man. See that? See how the king crab and the
We gonna have a Madden tournament going on.
There we go.
All right, so is there
And
another
he gonna boost all his players up too, like the old days.
Yo, the saddest part is David. The saddest part is David believing that, but when this boat pulls up to his ass Saturday and sell up on the front and pushes in the back, and Ruben is on the side throwing the flowers and putting the lays on the boy get on the ship. You two, y'all both going home, man. Y'all going home.
Why I gotta be doing flowers? That's a mess. Why I gotta be doing flowers?
I gotta let y'all see what my guy said. This is my guy. That's why we rock together. He says San Fran's in there. Let's not forget, prior to last year, they went to Super Bowl. They must have forgot. Look at me quoting Roy Jones Jr. They must have forgot. Y'all don't even understand that. Just a few
man,
years ago,
if you don't take that trash somewhere, man, we ain't trying to hear that.
Hey, listen. Listen. All I got to say
Who
is
blocking Aaron Donald? That's what I want to know.
the same way we beat them 31-10 on Monday night. Don't talk to me about that.
You know how long ago that was? You know how long ago that was?
That was in November.
Y'all should have never let go of Harbaugh, man.
Harbaugh wanted that college money. He should have stayed
true,
based on
true.
the way that game
That's
went.
true.
But that's neither here nor there. Terrence.
Yeah.
I mean, Steve.
That's Steve's team.
I can't
I
diss
ain't-
Steve when he just gave us props. But that Michigan game.
I ain't gonna front. That was a tough San Fran team, man.
Yeah,
It
that
was.
Michigan
With
team wasn't
Harbaugh?
tough, though.
It
That was
was.
bad.
But you know who made that team though? Harbaugh didn't make that team.
Which one? No, Singletary made that team.
Singletary.
Exactly.
I'm just
So
saying,
don't say it's a tough team and Harbaugh made that team. He did not.
but I'm talking about when the Giants played them, Harbaugh was the coach.
But
So
who made the team?
now Singletary made the team.
Okay.
Respect to that. Definitely gotta give credit where
Please
credit
get
is
him
due.
his props.
Same
You know what I'm saying?
Singletary that sent Vernon Davis to the locker room. He wasn't
but
wrong.
as far as that
As far as that
roster,
ankle's wrong. I'm confused by that.
that was a tough roster, man.
It was.
That was a
We had
tough
the best
roster.
line. We had the best line. We had all this. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that alone. Listen,
The past is in the past for a reason, Mike.
I started to sound like Mark. I caught myself. Look, Green Bay. Lamar says Philly, Green Bay in the second round because we will be the lowest winning seed in the NFC. Ooh.
You know what, Lamar? I'll just say this for you, brother. Get ready to get you pack your bags. Make sure that you get your Bermuda shorts and everything because you'll be on that boat with us, good brother.
Taking his Bermuda shorts. What is he hating in his team? You're in the AFC. You have no
So
connection
what?
to Philly.
If Philly goes and plays Green Bay at Green Bay, Philly can beat Green Bay at Green Bay.
No,
I
Mark,
agree.
no.
I agree.
No,
I agree.
no.
Why am I clapping? I got
No.
That's my
I got
pick.
plenty
I
of
think-
Philly
I
cheesesteaks
think
on this
Philly and their
cruise
number
ship
one
for
rushing
Lamar.
offense are going there and beat up on Green Bay's number 27 for something.
I don't see nobody stopping Adams on that Eagles team.
Wow.
I don't
This
see them
guy's a-
stopping the run either.
You
I
know
don't
who's
see them
gonna
starting
stop
no
Green Bay from going? You know who's gonna stop Green Bay from going?
What?
Their
Aaron
quarterback.
Aaron
Their
Rodgers.
quarterback, Rodgers, like he did every other year.
Yo, they just be ignoring my flaws and the disrespect.
I told you, don't nobody care about the 49ers, man. You going home, dog.
Nobody cares about the gold
Hello.
diggers.
Timmy And Steven, Lamar got a nice message for all three of y'all. Only way Giants in Super Bowl you watch it is a DVD.
Nah, YouTube existed at that time, my brother. YouTube existed.
Yo,
Hey, David,
I
I'm not
watched.
asking for help, but Lamar should be able to tell you that the way the playoff is formatted, the number 4 seed is not going to play the number 1 seed. It's gone.
It's
I would have
different.
had to
It's
be the number
different.
2 seed in order
Yeah.
to play Green Bay. So ain't nobody avoid nobody.
David
The
told
truth
you,
of the matter is,
stop.
Hold up,
for
Mark. He
help.
wouldn't know that because he's a loser.
oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
because he's a
Get them cupcakes
loser.
ready. Ruben, get them cupcakes ready for when David get on that boat, please.
I'm
Because
doing
he told
flowers.
me
I'm
to
doing cupcakes. What else I gotta do? Pour the wine, garçon. What else I gotta do? I'm the
Hey,
butler
Salute.
you
too.
go. Hey, you got
Hey,
DJ for
Ruben, you
line
gotta
dancing.
salute
Good
him.
gracious.
Hey, Ruben,
You know what I'm saying?
you handling the meals on the boat. So we got the captain, the first mate. You got the dining room and the meals. And
I'm
then
gonna
when
put some
Mike
Sugar
comes,
Avery
he'll
P
be
in it too.
yeah. Mike will be handling
Mike be the
the
DJ.
entertainment when he get there.
There's
And,
gonna be some
and, and
Sugar
David
Avery P in it too.
Lamar,
and
we
David
got
should be in the galley.
Lamar, Steve said only way Philly is in the bowl is on Madden when you simulate it. That's
Right.
about it.
I know
He'll
that's
see
right.
y'all. It ain't happening.
I know
It ain't
that's right.
happening. Listen, y'all, I like how it's gonna go. I think we're gonna get in. I'm positive we're gonna get. I'm confident. If we don't, I'm gonna magically not be available to come online. So just so y'all know,
Press the cruise
I'ma
ship is
be-
already in
I'm gonna
San
be in
Fran.
a
Press.
miserable place, but I believe
We have
can get on,
you.
man.
We have you and Kamisha's packages ready
Hey,
to go.
hey, sucker! Don't be doing that, Joker. What you do?
We got you and the wife's packages ready to go.
Listen, she gonna have to come.
Don't
with me,
even
man.
shop. We already bought your
I'm gonna be
clothes
hurt,
and
bro.
everything for you.
I'm gonna be hurt. I'm gonna be hurt. Lamar, tell
You
him,
gonna
man.
go?
Listen, crab meat buffet is the best. Is the boat special all day. Crabs. I can't even. That doesn't even sound right.
Hey,
That sounds.
Terrence, what's the name of that San Fran bridge, Terrence?
The Golden Gate Bridge. The
Listen,
Golden
man.
Gate
That's where we
Bridge.
at right now.
I gotta say, we
The
about to move
Golden
on.
Gate
We got some time, so we're gonna move on to NBA. We gotta talk about Clay coming back and how powerful the Golden State Warriors are now, because he just hit like 24 threes in practice like it was nothing. Don't act like I didn't see that. He hit
Miami
20.
got the roster for it.
He hit
Miami the favorite, bro.
Miami got the
straight.
roster for that team, baby.
24 straight. I'm just letting y'all know.
They gotta stay healthy though.
Look,
Miami gotta
Yeah.
stay
I'll tell
healthy.
you this much
Yeah.
though. I
Nobody
don't
worry
think
about
he should have made
Kyle
the
Guy and the Miami Heat Kyle Guy. Y'all actually
I
try
don't
to
think
make
I don't
it
think
up.
he should have made I don't think he should have been over to Mitchell though for the whatchamacallit. I don't think he should have been over Donovan Mitchell.
Nah,
That's
man.
crazy.
Nah, that I
Nobody
don't.
respect
Yeah,
Utah like that,
nah.
though, man. It's just something about Utah
Shouldn't
that
have.
just make you not want to root for them because they listen so just.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna front though.
They
Donovan
soft.
Mitchell's a baller, man.
They soft.
Utah Ruben?
Yeah.
David,
But
you
what
hear
about
that, right?
Donovan?
That's your
Donovan ball
partner. That's
out,
your
man.
partner in crime talking about Utah soft. So listen, he know better than anybody on here how
What
soft
about
y'all.
Donovan, Ruben?
No, Donovan is good.
Yeah,
Donovan
he be
is
balling.
good.
He a tough ball, man. That dude play hard.
Utah is soft in the middle. They got a big man.
He be balling.
They got a big man that don't even play big man ball. He don't play defense.
I mean, nobody play big man ball now, though, right?
Yeah.
Nah, he play small man ball. Small man ball.
That's true.
Small man ball.
So
okay, play that small man ball in the play.
That's what he. No, I agree with you, Ruben. He plays small. He big, but he played like a small forward.
do y'all feel like let me ask y'all, do y'all feel like Clay's return is going to really make a big difference, or you think he got to really get back? Because that's
you need 2 years, man. You need 2
He
years,
gotta really
man.
get back. He gotta really get back.
You need 2 years, man.
Even though he took that extra time off,
Yeah.
extra time off to make sure he was good. But he really got to get out there in game time.
Yeah,
It's got to play defense as well. You can shoot. He can shoot the lights out, but he still got to play defense.
I say next season
is
is the year for him, man.
Okay. Now Lamar, Timmy, Steven mentioned something really, really good. Kyrie back. He went for 22 points. Haters. He went for 22 points. Where was the Vax people at that was upset? That it was David.
Who they played?
David, who did they play? I don't even know who they played. Why is he mentioning Rudy Gay? That they signed Rudy Gay? That's a whole other thing. But 22 points when you've been quarantined. I mean, basketball is second nature to him. But listen, that's pretty big, man. 22 points when you literally didn't look like you was going to see the court the rest of this year.
Kyrie is a player in his own mind. If he would stop all
you know
the
he was
antics and just play ball, if he
They
would stop all the antics and play ball, he can be the best point guard to ever play the game.
Ooh, I seen a lot of posts on the chat about Allen Iverson. No, I seen posts on people's pages about Allen Iverson.
I ain't gonna front though. Ja Morant, man. Ja Morant
ever, or something like that. So I don't know, man. How dangerous does Kyrie's return make the Brooklyn Nets?
Miami got a roster for that for them too.
Once again, like you said, Miami got a player in every spot that can shift and swing. So you go to Miami and they play defense. They play good defense. They slow the game down on you. So you go in Miami thinking you going. Okay, I'm telling you, watch. They different from last year because last year they was overpowered by them Lakers. But the year before last, I'm sorry.
They better than that bubble
team.
That's
right. That was an asterisk year anyway. It ain't count.
This roster is better than that bubble team.
But I think they could have won it that year if their key players didn't get hurt. I think they could have pulled it out.
Tell them, Ruben. Tell them, Ruben.
How long Jimmy Butler gonna be out though? That's key too, man.
How long he out?
He good. Man? He good. Jimmy Butler just a sprained ankle. He good.
Oh, okay.
He tough, man. They kind of like a younger version of how the Knicks was built. They play a lot of hard.
Their biggest pickup is PJ Tucker, man.
I like him for y'all. He's a good
PJ Tucker.
I'm trying to understand how Mike is even in the discussion.
Man, because why are we talking about the Heat if they not like at least in the top 10? Like, what's y'all record, man? Y'all don't even think y'all up there.
You know what? You don't need to talk about
24-15,
no
bro.
You don't need to talk about the NBA no more. Yes, it is.
24-15.
Come back, baby. Ruben, I'm waiting for my Sonics to return, man. When they come back, it's gonna be a long time.
You waiting for your who to return?
My Sonics,
Seattle.
Sean Kemp gonna be coming too.
Wait for Jesus to return.
You no sniffing Sean Kemp, huh?
Ooh, don't do that. Don't do that. Talk about his multiple baby mamas and stuff.
And the 15 baby mamas he got.
He got 15 baby mamas and 14 kids. I don't know how that sounds.
Oh,
listen,
man.
Steve, we gotta y'all. Listen, I gotta give the applause. Those Chicago Bulls. Them Bulls.
Who cares?
Coming out of nowhere, they coming out the bushes. They've been hiding the last couple years.
The Chicago Bulls played 35 games. We played more games than them. They've been on COVID protocol for like 5,
They're the reason that COVID in the league.
Listen, y'all cannot lie. Let me ask y'all flat out, Miami fans. Can y'all beat the Bulls head to head?
What? Come on, man. Yeah.
You know what? You are not allowed to talk about basketball no more. Talking like that.
I'm not a Miami fan. I'm not a Miami fan.
You don't talk about basketball no more with that mess you talking, Mike.
Bruh, do you see what DeRozan is doing right now? Like, y'all really gonna act like DeRozan?
Do you see what the whole Miami team doing?
Don't nobody care about no Cal guy. Cut it out, man. Go ahead.
Check this out. You still waiting for the Seattle Sonics to come back. We don't want to hear from you no more.
I like Tyler Hero though.
Hey.
Oh, I just seen him throwing hands with somebody the other day. I seen him.
I'm gonna tell y'all this.
What's that?
Y'all talking about the Heat like they're not doing nothing. They got 24 wins. The Bulls got 25 wins.
Listen, with 10 losses, they played like 5 games less because of COVID.
Agreed. So y'all think so?
Chicago
you really believe head to head y'all can beat the Bulls? Like,
yeah,
we can beat the Chicago COVID. We can beat the Chicago COVID. Yes, we can.
Well, read what's on the screen. You got a rebuttal from a Bulls fan. He said we would sweep the Heat.
Nope.
Let me just say this to you, bro. Let me just say this to you, whatever. I'm willing to say to you as a friendly wager.
Uh-oh.
Friendly wager.
I like wages on here because y'all end up sending some of that back to Fanatics Live so we can continue doing what we're doing. Go ahead, though, because you make those on here.
We can bet going to the game, flying to the game, going to the game. Or my dollar or your dollar.
I like Steve. That's a good one right there, man. That would be a good one. Yeah, y'all could go to that game. That's true. Because Chicago ain't that far by air from where he had all you.
It's by airplane, it's only an hour and 20 minutes for me. And I know it's about an hour and 30 minutes for him.
No, you know what?
He
My
said,
bad.
I don't gamble, so dead.
Gamble? I said it's a friendly wager.
My bad.
Yo, David said the Bulls would sweep the Heat.
They ain't been watching the Heat.
I just pulled it up. Listen to
Go
this.
ahead. Give us the facts.
The Heat has beat the Bulls on December 11th.
Ooh.
The Heat has beat the Bulls on November 27th.
Ooh.
The Heat has beat the Bulls on April 24th. The Bulls have beat the Heat April 26th and March 12th. No, they beat them. The Bulls beat the Heat on April 26th.
No, this season,
though. Bulls on March 12th.
This season.
Now the
I don't think they'll sweep them, yo. They won't sweep them, but they'll. I think the Heat will take the series, but I don't think the Heat will sweep them. It'd be a nice, good. Actually, to be honest with you, depending on who got home court, the Heat could easily win that too, man. So it's a toss up. It ain't like the Heat dominate. I mean, the Bulls dominating the Heat. That's not true, man.
Heat in 6 games.
Twice this year already.
For the Heat, that got y'all so impressed. Kyle Lowry.
They already beat the Heat twice this year.
I like Kyle.
I mean, the Heat beat the Bulls twice this year already.
That Heat defense, man.
They've been the same since Bron left.
Say that again, Ruben. Say that again, Ruben.
You would. Gary Payton's not in the league no more, Mike. So we don't want to talk to you no more.
His son ain't his son. His son on the
He's
Warriors.
balling for Golden State, catching dunks and bodies on people, man. I don't know. And Steve says, stop talking about that, Ruben. He says, yeah, you calling out them wins and losses, but you forgetting to mention the limited roster when the Bulls lost that December game.
It don't matter. Next man up. Y'all can't talk about limited rosters. Next man up.
Hey, Ruben, what you said that he beat the Bulls, what? Say that again, this season? Say that again?
The Heat, they 2-0 against the Bulls this season.
Boom. That's all I got to say. You talking about sweeping the Heat?
David said, I'll pay for the Heat Bull playoff tickets for Terrence and Steven if they meet. Ooh, we making it. Ain't nobody offer to pay for my playoff
I'm just
tickets.
calling out facts. That's all. I just call out the facts.
Hey,
I ain't no hater. I don't like neither one of them. I don't like neither one of them.
Listen,
I'm just
Steve, I know you don't gamble, but David said he'll take that on, so you ain't technically gambling. You just reaping the
benefits of it.
So
what
let me ask you,
bro?
So Ball is the point guard, right?
Yep.
Lowry got him all day.
You bugging.
Yes.
You gotta watch
Yup.
Ball.
Yup. Because guess what? Ball gonna have to defend Lowry. Lowry getting like 10 assists a game.
Lowry
and he play hard.
LaVine dropped 30 on Lowry, man. Stop that, man. Don't do that.
You said who?
Somebody said the Suns are 29 and 8.
DeMar DeRozan is a monster, period.
Okay,
So
Butler for DeRozan. Who you got?
No, I think your front court stronger than theirs, yeah, but their backcourt, they got a mismatch, man, with DeRozan and
No, they
LaVine.
don't. No, they don't. We got PJ Tucker.
Who's
PJ Tucker?
PJ Tucker sticking out Zach LaVine.
They forgot about Tyler Hero. They forgot about Tyler
Hero.
And Tyler Hero coming off the bench. Tyler Hero coming off the bench.
About Tyler Hero.
He coming off the bench.
Yo, they got the chat going crazy right now. Hey, y'all forgot Caruso, like David said. Caruso locks Butler up. Y'all got quiet.
Come on, man.
Y'all got quiet.
Oh, God.
David said Caruso locks up Jimmy Butler.
You
I'm
wow.
glad David ain't in this chat right now.
Butler is not a good guy that can lead a team because Steven told us 2 years ago. Anyway, go ahead. My bad. Caruso locks up Jimmy Butler. Who can cover Adam Levine? Zach LaVine.
We got Butler. We got Tucker. You can even put Bam Adebayo on him if you wanted to.
Nobody covering DeMar DeRozan. That's number one. LaVine gonna kill you regardless.
least.
Nobody
Ain't
coming in
Levine about
tomorrow.
6'8", 6'9"?
He's giving you at least 30, bro. DeMar
Ain't
DeRozan
Levine
playing
about
at a
6'8",
whole different
6'9" and jump out the gym?
Oh, I didn't even think about Kobe White, Stevie. Thank you.
Think about
Hey,
Kobe White.
yeah, Kobe
man.
White too.
Listen, y'all may have beat them, but I don't think that was the same roster. That's the roster that's out there right now, bro.
Y'all gonna see. Hey,
Go
Terrence,
ahead.
they gonna see, Terrence.
We didn't even mention Ball. We haven't even mentioned Ball. Period. Like we,
Wait a minute.
they
Hold on.
deep, man, but I think y'all can play tough.
David said the Heat are a retirement team. I kind of agree with him.
What is
David
David
the Heat
talking
a
about?
retirement team. What the heck?
They're a
The
retirement
heck?
team.
Yo, they ain't been
Yeah,
watching the
young
Heat this
team.
year.
He better
They
stop
ain't-
smoking that
They
stuff
got,
he
they
on.
got about what?
Yeah,
Leave
David, I
them
don't know what
drugs
you're
alone,
with,
baby.
bro. I don't know
9
what you're with
years.
the retirement team.
What is
Leave them
David
drugs
talking about?
alone,
I
brother.
don't know what they. Ruben, who was your basketball team?
Hawks, baby, Hawks all day long.
Oh, you really Atlanta for real? We gotta get him out.
All
Hey,
day long, brother.
gotta give it to the Hawks, man.
You
Can't say
like
nothing.
the Atlanta Black? You like
We
the
number
Atlanta
12 now. We down there right now, but we coming back up.
Listen, man, y'all need to put Sharif Cooper and stop playing, man. Figure out how to get him on the court.
You Bulldog too?
Yeah.
So he like his Atlanta, man. We gotta get him out the state.
Oh,
You don't like that outside the state of
All
Georgia?
day long. I rep Georgia all day long.
All day long.
That's it.
Georgia, oh my mind, all day.
All
I'm loyal to my state, man.
Good, jeez, he's committed, man. I gotta get to him. Let me see. We act like we ignored what Timmy said, but Timmy had to put y'all up on game. Y'all act like y'all didn't see what he said, but he clearly said his sons. I'm trying to find it right now. Timmy, post that.
You put the Steelers up there, them soft big man they got.
Listen, man, Ayton is a beast, man. Y'all got JaVale McGee. They got a nice little squad up there, man. But they first place right now, he said. So can't disrespect.
Don't nobody care about what Tim saying. He ain't on the show.
And we know how much y'all love Chris Paul, because Chris Paul is always mentioned in the chat somehow. I'm probably the only I'm the only one that I don't like nothing about Chris Paul game. Nothing. All y'all love him.
I don't like Chris Paul game, man.
Paul game, man. He never did it
for
me. Never did it for me.
You better stop smoking that stuff, boy.
Never did it for
that
me,
stuff
man.
again.
Never did it. Y'all been loving him since his Charlotte days. Y'all just love.
Do you remember when he went to your Supersonics and he almost made them a playoff team? You remember that?
Now, he go to us. Chris Paul never was us. I wish. Now, I do remember when the league blocked him from going with Kobe.
I'm talking about they not the Supersonics. What the name of them? What's the name of the team he went to?
The Thunder. Wasn't it Thunder?
Thunder. And that's the old game. And that's the old Supersonics, isn't it?
Yep, they are.
Yeah.
Potato. I don't know.
Okay.
That's a tough one.
We almost got down to the playoffs.
Yeah, I technically could switch to Thunder fan, but I'm not. I don't have no team. But when my son is back, I have a team.
They like Lob City, man.
Who? No, I haven't.
You like Lob City?
No, now if there was a team right now, probably it would be. I really like John Morant a lot, so it'd probably be Memphis just on the strength of him, or Portland with Dame Lillard. But one of those.
He ain't gonna last long.
Yeah, he dangerous, man.
Who,
He played too reckless.
Bro. He gotta control that, bro. Like he
gotta slow it down.
That's
He
the
gotta
only
slow it
thing,
down.
man. That's the only thing.
Well, I'm glad
that cat's a beast, though, man.
Bro.
He is a beast now.
I ain't gonna front. You see him play against anybody, he bring it every time.
He's amazing, dude.
He got the heart of a lion. He got the heart of a lion, bro. He going in there. He trying to yam on you.
But like Ruben said, that's the only thing. How long is he gonna last?
When he played against LeBron and them, he was fearless, dude.
Yeah.
He was like it was not like you're in headlights and none of that. He was like, I belong on this stage. I'm just as good as all of y'all.
Yeah.
Like he did not care, bro. He was lighting them up that night. I was like,
well, I mean, when you practice with them cats during the off season, whatever, you get a feel for their game. So, I mean,
you just who do you give props to? Huh? I want to know who you give props to.
I'm not saying the brother not nice. I'm not giving him his props. I'm just saying I just watched the video, whatever, when his dad, whatever, and LeBron was going back and forth.
They all do that.
No, I'm talking about, but I'm just saying they practice together. So I mean, I'm not saying the brother. I like John Moran. I just know if you become a fan of that team, I'm gonna hate them, whatever. So leave them alone. You know what I mean? And just
let me ask y'all something. What do you think about what LeBron
Y'all ain't
doing
catch my practice reference, y'all.
this year? What do y'all think about what LeBron doing this year?
LeBron
give it
is
to
amazing.
him, man.
I don't know. Will he be able to do it the whole year? I don't know if he'll be able to do it the whole year though.
I mean, I think he could. I think he could. It's not even about that though. It's about the rest of the squad.
Listen,
yeah,
LeBron trying to play until his son get to the league. He ain't playing. He ain't playing.
But you gotta give him his respect, man, to still be that efficient, that of a force. The cat, it don't look like the age he playing.
Yo, he balls like he is in a. It's impressive, dude. He don't look like he can slow down. He literally can score whenever he want. That's
like
amazing.
we not even used to seeing someone at this age ball the way he balling the way right now. We not used to. We see the decline or they change their game.
Yeah.
But LeBron is still playing with force. Got to give it to him, man.
Last person I seen play like that was Sean Kemp, man. Just Sean Kemp in his late years is just amazing.
But hold on.
You know what, man? If you don't get up out of here with that mess.
No, wait. When Sean Kemp came back and he was overweight,
He was trash.
How old was he?
What's he gained all
when
that?
Sean Kemp was that
He
age, whatever. Sean Kemp was
he was trash.
Sean Kemp came back. Sean Kemp came back with a bucket. Sean Kemp came back with a bucket of KFC and MD 2020.
Bro, when he went to Cleveland, he got big, but when he went to Orlando, he was a center. He was huge. So yeah, man.
They would have won that. They would have won if it wasn't for Jordan.
I want to know what team the Lakers going past with the seed they got currently, because I don't see them getting out the first round. I don't know why y'all blowing up LeBron like that when he still plays.
You talking about the first round?
Hold up, but he's so
into the playoffs.
LeBron, I'm glad you said that, Marco. LeBron had a message for all of y'all that said that. He said, keep that same energy when playoff time comes. That's all he said.
If they make it.
You gonna doubt
because this what I would say.
They're not beating Utah. There's so many teams over there in the West.
Phoenix, Golden State.
Utah.
Not gonna beat them, man. They're not gonna. If Clay come back averaging 15, they definitely ain't gonna beat them. And he gonna get 15 blinking.
Listen, David said.
David, say David, say what he said before. I'm trying to understand what he said before about John Moran. What did he say?
He was saying something. He said John Moran. I'll post it for you right now. He said John Moran and Memphis no team want to see, include the Jazz in 7-game series. Basically, Memphis is a team to fear. Yo, all that yawning is contagious, by the way. But yeah, he said that nobody wants to see them.
About 5 hours behind y'all.
I know. I'm messing with you. So, 7-game series. Mind you, didn't they blow somebody out by like 60, 70 points without him? The Thunder. They beat the Thunder. Y'all act like y'all forgot that. They blew the Thunder out by like 60 points.
You don't remember that because that's your team.
Who, the Thunder? No, team. Nah, it technically could be, but it's not.
Except your team. Stop playing.
So let me ask y'all: is it time for Russell Westbrook to go? Because I'm tired of hearing about he should be traded. Every week they keep talking about he should be traded. Turnovers. I'm like, bro, like, what's the problem with that? What's going on?
I don't like his face. I hate Westbrook's face. I don't like his face. I've watched so many Lakers games over here because the Lakers always come on TV, so you get everyone. Yo, he's basically Shaq in the Fool like a whole season by himself, bro. There's no way LeBron winning with that dude. Trade deadline come, they gotta get rid of him, bro.
That's Steven's like favorite players, Westbrook. Steve love Westbrook game, man. Cello too. Cello, don't you like Westbrook?
I don't like they
can't
shoot, man. You can't shoot, man.
See,
I like
Steve,
that.
I ain't disrespect them cats.
I like his
sorry.
aggressiveness. I like his aggressiveness, but when you ain't got the jumper, man, at that position,
Yo, he clanging dunks, man. He missing layups and clanging dunks, man. And David is absolutely right. They are not going to make the playoffs. I just don't see it. You asking for
Told you.
LeBron to stay healthy, playing major minutes with no help from AD, limited help from Westbrook. That's if he decides to not have 6 to 9 turnovers. It's going to be tough for Bron to keep that up, man. Like for
like
real, for
You're
real.
right.
Westbrook
No,
really
You're
30,
right.
needed to.
That's a lot, man. That's a lot.
Westbrook really needed to develop that shot, man. If he would have developed that shot, it would have been a different ball game for him. But since he ain't developed that joint, he still relies on his athleticism. But
Yeah.
it's like you can't do that all game.
Hey,
You
hey,
got to
can
be
you
able to
mute
pull.
David?
David
Yo,
said,
his
Can
hand
you
is
mute
mad,
David?
his hand is mad
David said
suspect too.
Westbrook is not the problem, but would have got traded if
David drink.
David
How many
didn't
beers you had, David?
LeBron, you supposed to surround LeBron with shooters, man.
No.
Why they not utilizing DeAndre Jordan? I heard he on the trading block right now. Like they about to get rid of him.
Man, he
So
been on a trading block for like since he left the Clippers, man.
he need to
Yeah,
trade.
man.
2019.
He should just go back to
He,
the Clippers. They can,
he gave the Nets nothing in the playoffs last year.
He
that
can't
was
Nothing.
shoot.
Steve
He
Nash,
can't
though.
shoot the
Steve
three.
Nash
You
wasn't
got to
playing
be
him.
able
That
to
wasn't
shoot
his
the
fault.
three as a big man.
That wasn't his fault. He said
Yeah,
Steve
but
Nash
at the
wasn't playing.
beginning of the year last year with the Nets, he was looking like a monster with all them alley-oops he was catching.
That's true.
And
What's
then
up with
all of a
Blake?
sudden, he got
Why is
voted on the
Blake on
bench.
the bench so much, Mark? Since you mentioned that, Blake don't be getting a
Blake
lot
He
of
is
time.
tired.
Blake six man, man. Blake come in here, energy dude now. He know his role. Everybody got a role. If I was Blake, I'd be sitting back letting them three superstars wear their asses out. And I'll sit back, and when you want me to come in catch a dunk, no problem.
Okay.
I think it's a good setup between him and Aldridge and uh uh Brimbry and the way they, I like the way the Nets run, man.
Do
I
y'all
like the Nets.
do you think Blake shoots the three good enough? Do you think he shoots the three good enough?
He shoot it better than Johnson. When
Yeah.
Johnson get
See,
he misses. When Blake get in, at least Blake hits it. They got enough
yeah.
confidence to
See
know
that
that Blake can hit it.
that
And
makes a big difference
it
for
makes a
his
big
game
difference.
right now. That makes a
Yeah,
big difference for Blake Griffin. He's gonna continue to have a job as long as he could hit that three at
yep.
like a
I
good.
That's
got
why
a
they took
question
him
You know
for
what I'm
out
you.
too,
saying?
Cello. Cello,
Mhm.
that's why they took him out because he was missing those threes. And
Yeah.
then when COVID hit, they had to insert him back in. He started hitting them again.
Let me
Yeah.
ask y'all this
Yeah,
question. I'm gonna switch to a different team. What y'all think about the young
exactly,
boy?
David.
What y'all think about Houston? Y'all know about the argument that took place with my guy KPJ, Kevin Porter Jr., Woods, and John Lucas, and all of that type of stuff. I think they're a talented team, man. Is there a problem with KPJ? Like, does he have an attitude issue, or what's going on with the young man? What you
We
think?
just the Miami just played them. That cat looked like a showboat, man. Honestly, I was like, yo, this dude like one of them dudes that like to show off, and then after shooting, he looking at the fans like you could tell he not really focused.
But how many points you put up on y'all? 30?
Nah,
No?
I'll
All
go.
right,
I'll let you know in a minute.
Jalen Green is nice. You like Jalen Green, Terrence? What you think about his counterpart, the young rookie, second pick overall? How you
Ain't nobody watching no daggone Houston and all them other cats, man. I'm watching my daggone Heat. He's talking about some daggone Houston Rockets.
Who you talking about,
Only
Kevin
thing
Porter
only
Jr.?
person I know is
Yeah,
only one
with
I know
Houston
about
with the
is
incident
John.
that
He
happened
had
last week.
7 points.
In that
7
game?
points against the
John
Heat.
Wall.
Yeah, he had 7
Oh,
points against the Heat.
he must
Yep.
have got kicked out early. He must have. How many shots he
Nah.
took? He must have took like 5 shots.
He had
Nah. He
7. He
played.
played
He
31
played 30
minutes.
minutes. He played 30 minutes.
31 minutes, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, and 7 points.
He wasn't
Yikes.
doing nothing.
Well,
I agree with David. They're about 3 to 4 years away if they keep their talent intact. Yeah,
Wow.
they too young to win big games right now.
It's hard to keep talent intact nowadays. It's hard. It's hard
Yeah,
to
man.
keep it intact.
They just need some maturity, man. They need somebody that's a veteran to kind of get the young boys in line. They, like you said, they are flashy, Cello. They flashy. They'll throw it down on you. They do a whole lot of isolation.
Nah,
He
but
like Baby
it's
Harden.
Kevin Porter, man. Woods, he the best player. Wood is the best player. He don't act like that now.
Better than Green? You think he better than Green? Jalen?
I think you got to build around Wood, man. Wood has been the one that's been balling out. He's got a good height to him. He could hit the three. Like, I think you got to build around that dude right now.
Why y'all not talking about the Knicks though right now? Why y'all acting like y'all don't know how the Knicks looking right now? Y'all don't get
the Knicks
subject.
fell off. The Knicks fell off from last year.
Next subject.
I mean, listen, I think that performance by Randall in the playoffs hurt the Knicks big time.
On the low, David. I
think that confidence. I think the confidence fell out when Randall had that performance in the playoff last year. I think ever since that playoff performance, Cass was like, "Dad, he ain't who we thought he was."
Well, I'm gonna say this to y'all.
They just beat Boston tonight.
I'm in my guru status.
Boston ain't been doing good this year.
No, they ain't.
I'm gonna put it out here. Zion Williamson is going to end up with the Knicks with RJ Barrett. I think this is his last year. I think this is when his contract ends. If I'm not mistaken.
Let me just stop. Let me just
he's
stop.
gonna magically lose a whole lot of weight and be nice and healthy. Watch.
Well, I was just asking if you think he was a bust or not. I think he a bust.
You bugging. He just averaged 20
Dave Wilkerson made a good point. Knicks gave up defense for offense. That's true.
He a bust, man.
That's true.
What do y'all think about Fournier for the Knicks?
He's an offensive player.
That's fellow guy right there.
I mean, he's like Dave Wilkerson said it. Knicks gave up defense for offense. Their identity last year was their defense.
I like it.
But Fournier, like they're not as good. Ever since I'm telling you, ever since that Randall performance in that playoff, they fell off. Same thing with the Celtics. Celtics fell off too.
I mean, is there anybody who's the clear-cut best team in the NBA? Is it clearly the Golden State Warriors?
No.
Golden State in Brooklyn and Milwaukee.
Like I just said, nobody care about that.
Brooklyn ain't doing nothing this year.
Ruben said Brooklyn ain't. Ruben said Brooklyn ain't doing nothing. Why you say that, Ruben?
What?
Ruben, why you say
that? Y'all number one man who brung everybody together. He can't win a game lately. He misses shots.
They won yesterday, and they were down by 12. They were down by 12 going into the
one game in how many? How many? Let's see. One in about 5. He's supposed to be the main man, right? They brought him there to be the main man, right?
Don't the Knicks got the number 2? Brooklyn got the number 2 record in the East.
Yep.
And what that record is?
I don't know. Y'all got to pull it up.
They still number 2.
That was without
what
Kyrie.
That record is?
That's without Kyrie.
What record is?
No matter.
They're 24 and 12. They played 3 less games than Miami. They're 24 and 12. Miami's 24 and 15.
And that's without Kyrie. That's
therefore we're the best.
Butler ain't play a lot this season. Butler ain't play a lot this season.
You think they're gonna dethrone the Bucks?
Yeah, I think it's too much
time. Yeah, they could if they let Kyrie play at home. If they don't, nope.
I tell you what, Zion is the next Larry Johnson, though.
You just said a key word. If Kyrie play.
I tell y'all what though.
He had
at home. If he play at home,
that
without Kyrie,
serious,
without Kyrie, y'all ain't going nowhere.
That's a good point. I mean, yeah, Mark, you a Net fan. That's right. I forgot you a Net fan. Listen to Ruben.
Y'all ain't going nowhere. I'm sorry.
I don't know what they missing because
Claxton
is balling out there too.
And you got to keep in mind that for about 3-4 games, Brooklyn, just like everybody else, didn't have their full squad. KD missed games. Harden missed games. Everybody been missing games, so.
But ain't y'all saying y'all got the best man on the planet on y'all team?
That's what they
is.
He the best man. He's the big man. He's supposed to carry them through every game. And that's what we're saying.
Yeah. So listen, we at our 2.5 hour mark. So I'm gonna go to we can't skip the bowls. We're gonna go to the bowls. I think we good on NBA. There's nothing else to really cover. It's still so early.
Yeah, it's still early. Still early.
So at the All-Star game, it'll pick up. Then we'll be like, all right, cool. But right now, it's still like so early. But bowl games, man. What's going on, man? What y'all is it? It's kind of. I'm not a big fan of this Alabama run, man. It kills me with this Alabama stuff. But Terrence, I'm gonna come to you first, man. Talk about these bowls,
Well,
man. Good or bad for college football.
I don't know if everybody really been paying attention to it, but the SEC has not been doing very well in the actual bowl games. It's just been Alabama and Georgia for the most part, but they really haven't been doing that well in the actual bowl games. They were actually, I think, until later last week, whatever, they were like 0-6 or 0-7, something like that. To very small teams. I mean, the bowl games really. ESPN didn't do a really good job this year of actually promoting the bowl games.
There was a ton of them, like 50 of them. Felt like it was like
they didn't do a good. I
was like, what?
Like if you remember in years past, it would be bowl games on every single station, and that's not the way. That's not the way it is anymore, unfortunately. Right. And so, I mean, it really got away from us this year. Like the game that I watched, was the Michigan game, and that looked like a daggone chihuahua against a pit bull. Bro. That looked bad.
David, Steve said he looked like, he said Harbaugh looked like he coached scared in that game. He didn't look like he coached like he normally coached the whole year.
To me, he coached not to get blown out, but he got blown out anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Like how he did when y'all played Baltimore and they cut the lights off. That's how he coached.
Hey, Terrence, do you think Ohio State would have had a better chance?
It depends on which Ohio State team would have showed up.
That's a fact.
If it's the Ohio State team that showed up against Oregon, then they would have got blown out even worse.
The real question is, was Cincinnati supposed to be there?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. And keep in mind, this is the same Cincinnati team that came within the past last year of beating Georgia. That's the same. It was the same exact team.
It would have been good to see them, man.
You take it all the way there. Your job is to beat Alabama. Point blank. Period. I don't care what conference you from.
Yeah.
They put you up against Alabama. Your job is to beat Alabama.
Who
would have beat up everybody all year and got to Alabama and got beat up? That's
who
exactly
would Cincinnati played in the first round?
Alabama.
They played UGA. They played UGA. They didn't play UGA. No, I'm sorry. No, they did Bushville. Yep. But I'm just saying,
Alabama. You gonna put them against Alabama? Yeah. That was unfair just in that game in itself. Like, come
on. I don't. Based upon it being the same team last year, and them performing against the team that beat Alabama this year, or whatever. I think that there was a case. They had a case. They had a definite case because remember, UGA is the only team that beat Bama this year. You know what I'm saying? And this Cincinnati team, whatever, came within a pass of beating them, and I think in the Sugar Bowl last year. So it was legitimate.
Look at David comment. College football is fixed. The matchup should have been the complete opposite of what they were. We all lose because SEC cheats the system. No argument. I did not understand why Alabama was playing Cincinnati. I thought that was trash. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, what did you want? Did you want to see UGA?
I mean,
they did that so they get a rematch of the Georgia-Alabama game because Georgia had an easy path. If you looked at Georgia had it easy, man. It was ridiculous how all of a sudden Georgia and Alabama get right back to it. Now we gotta see it.
But that was
my buddy old pal. Georgia had a one-loss record just like Alabama.
Tell them.
And one-loss record in the SEC means you go to the SEC championship game.
Bang, bang, bang.
But we was undefeated. Alabama had a one loss. So when we lost, who else was going to beat us? Because we done beat up everybody else. We was undefeated except
I thought y'all should have played Cincinnati.
Hey, y'all gonna beat them this time or what, man? Y'all gonna beat them this time or what? Because I thought y'all should have beat them last time.
It's documented, Ruben. Y'all, what is it? January?
I just want them to hurry up and get the game over with and take their defensive coordinator. That's what I want to happen. I want them to get over with.
You know what we need to do to beat them? What? You know what we do? We need to change our scheme.
Stop the run. And the pass.
Y'all can do that.
We need to air it out. That's how you beat Alabama.
Hey, this is what I don't understand, Ruben. Hey, Ruben, this is what I don't understand. And I'm gonna give you you probably got the #1 defense in the nation, hands down the #1 linebackers in the nation, probably one of the best D-lines put together in the last 5-10 years.
The best
Your
offensive
offense
Davis.
never moves the ball against Alabama, and that's why y'all lose, because whenever y'all actually with most teams, if your team don't have a top quality flight quarterback that can run and pass, and he a pocket passer, Bama gonna pin their ears back and send all the dogs at them all the time. And if your receivers can't beat their D-backs one-on-one, they're gonna put you back by 14, and then the next thing you know, you playing catch up all game, yo. That's
Well,
how
let me
Bama
tell you how you beat.
Let
I'm
me
telling
ask
you,
y'all.
to beat Bama, we got to go away from the way we play. Because look at the coach we got. He came from Alabama.
That's true. That's a good point. That's
You got to
really
change the game plan.
Yeah, yeah. Let me ask
Yo,
you.
every time I see
You run
Bama
it down
lose,
everybody's throat. We've been beating people by running it down everybody's throat, slowing the game down. You can't do that with Alabama because they built for that.
I only seen one team, Ruben, and it's not to bring it up, but it was the most impressive time I ever seen Bama actually get a dose of their own medicine when Zeke played at Ohio State, and they literally, no, it ain't even just cause Zeke, it was the game plan Ohio State had. Ohio State ran the ball directly at Alabama and made them stop it. And Haskins actually played a really, really, really good game that game because remember, they had some decent receivers. So once he got them in the play,
we tried that in the SEC championship game. We tried that.
Yeah, I know, but what I think it is your quarterback, even though he all right, he not great. And that's what the problem is. He's not great.
They got an elite quarterback.
You talking about? You said Georgia's quarterback. I thought you said.
No, Georgia's quarterback. He good, but he just not
on
elite.
the level. Our quarterback is not on the level of the Alabama quarterback.
Yeah, he got to play a perfect game, man. You gotta have to play a perfect game, man.
Expectations all the time. It seemed like he the #1 underdog. Like he the epitome of an underdog. What, 5th-year senior, like or something like that. Been there forever, like and like a walk on, like phenomenal story, man. But he was throwing some good passes, man. I gotta give him that. But Alabama is different.
Mark, you said Georgia had an easy path. I'm looking at their
What
schedule.
What I mean by easy path, Georgia had the #1 defense in the nation pretty much all year. And I'm almost positive they defense alone should normally put them over in every game.
But they played a lot of good teams, man.
Bama defense is just as good as Georgia's defense. Now you go to the offense, and Georgia receivers ain't making plays for this young kid because he behind the 8 ball every time he passes.
I'm looking at Cincinnati's schedule, and I think their schedule hurt them, man.
But it wasn't. You thought their schedule was Cincinnati schedule?
It wasn't.
I think the schedule hurt them.
You can't put Cincinnati's schedule against Georgia. Georgia's schedule is one of the hardest in the nation, man.
No, I know. Yeah, but Cincinnati.
Yeah, that's why I didn't understand why they ended up playing at Alabama. I just didn't. But I get it because they know you want to see the Alabama Georgia national championship.
No, because it's SEC West against SEC East for the SEC championship, and those were the 2 top in the SEC.
Look, David got his perspective. He said, "Ruben, SEC gonna reward y'all for letting Bama into the playoffs. It's rigged."
You cannot rig a record. If you're the 2 top teams in the SEC and you got to play for the championship.
Yeah, I ain't gonna front. Georgia deserved that, man.
Georgia
been balling all year, man.
So
I don't know, man. It's either gonna be Georgia learn from their mistakes and play Bama tough, or y'all gonna get beat up again, man. It ain't no in between. Like I ain't trying to jump on them or try to cap. What I'm saying is, for real, if y'all play y'all A game on defense and y'all offense can at least throw some points on the board, y'all can get with them. But if y'all try to run that same game plan from the first time y'all played them, they're gonna eat y'all alive, man.
See, look, y'all ain't watch what Bama did this year in the years coming when they drafted, not drafted, but they recruited running quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's
what they
was
did.
getting beat every year. So he went out and he was smart. He went and got running quarterbacks.
Yes, that's standing in the pocket all day against them
Right.
dogs out in that SEC. That's tough to deal with every time. So I get it.
This would kill me. This is what I didn't understand. Georgia all year, one thing they did was y'all established y'all running game. Against Bama, after the third series, that running game left. That's why I don't understand. Georgia keep backs. You ain't got to worry about having them running back in Georgia. But they just stopped running the ball after they got stuff for the third series. It was all on the air. I don't think Georgia can afford to do that this time, man. I think Georgia got to establish that ground game again against them and just run straight at Bama.
Is this the matchup? Is this the matchup y'all want to see?
I think so.
It's the only matchup.
It's nobody else at this point that would have matched up with Alabama. Dominating, man. It's almost like I feel like it's rigged, like David said, because Alabama every year is just kind of just repetitive to me, man. It's like come on, dude. Like y'all gonna have to put something in place because players are gonna keep going there, man. Because like NFL, man. Like
next year, all that's gonna change the USC. Watch. All that power, all those five-star recruits going right, going straight over to USC, gonna go over there, man. He already plucking them left and right, and that's what's gonna be the competition. Because right now is kind of one-sided, all Bama. Yep. Now you got
talking about SEC is rigged. SEC ain't rigged, man.
So listen, we're definitely at our max. David said SEC rigs college football. I'm gonna say Alabama just got too much pull, bro. It's like compete. Like, how do you compete with a team that literally has a pipeline in the NFL, constant Heisman winners, constant first round pick? How do you compete with that? Like, it's impossible to compete.
Running game. Zeke threw 200 up on them. That ain't no game. Zeke rushed for 200 yards. Matter of fact, Zeke had 3 games of 200 yards. In the playoffs, he beat up on Oregon for 200, and then he ran down on Bama for 200. So you beat Bama by running the ball at him with a nice physical running back and playing starch D. Which, if anybody got the D to stop Bama, it's Georgia. It's just Georgia offense got to be able to put the points on after they D gets Alabama off the field.
Okay. Well,
I think the Floridas need to get good again. The Florida State. I think they need to get good again, man.
Don't you say nothing about Terrence's Alabama. Terrence's Miami. Don't say
Miami. I think they have to get good again. I think we need these college teams to get good again, man.
It's hard, man.
The way they doing it, the NCAA always needs parity. And you got the SEC that's always strong. So now you need the Pac-12 to be strong. You need USC to be strong. UCLA. Remember my man from Oklahoma, he going to UCLA, the quarterback. Yeah, so it's a lot of integral parts that they need the West Coast to be just as strong as the South.
So let me ask you guys this, and then we're going to close. This is it. We've reached our final. It's 12 o'clock. We are done. This is an extended version. We recapped the whole. We went into depth on some great stuff. So applause to y'all, man. Y'all killed it tonight. Y'all was on it. But I just want to know. I don't even need explanation. We already did all that. I need y'all to tell me who's gonna win this national championship game. Ruben, I'm saving you for last. Mark, who do you got? Georgia or Alabama?
I got Georgia beating them by 3 points in the last minute field goal. Matter of fact, I got Georgia beating them by 2 points with a last-minute field goal.
Okay.
I see Georgia playing starch D, finally being able to get to the kid and start unleashing them fast linebackers they got. You know, now I like Georgia, man. I don't think you're going to be able to beat them twice.
Okay. Terrence, you got a message before you leave your comment of who going to win. David said Miami sucks college football-wise.
He knows nothing about college football, so I'm not even going to acknowledge him. That's number one.
not going to entertain that foolishness. I hear you, brother.
Entertain. I'm not going to entertain college peasants. So we're not even going to talk about that. So as far as this game goes, I'm going to take Georgia based on, but no, I'm going to go with Bama, and it's simply because the UGA quarterback cannot get it done. I do like Bryce. I do like how young Bryce is. Bryce gets it done. Very cerebral quarterback. I think that he's going to actually end up being. I mean, he was the Heisman Trophy winner already. As what was a true freshman, sophomore, whatever. So, yeah, I think Bama's going to end up pulling out whatever. But I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think it's going to probably be a defensive game. But he's going to make a few plays. That's going to be the difference.
Okay. Okay. Cello, who you got, Cello? Alabama or Georgia? What you got?
I gotta go with Alabama, man. It's like we seen Georgia ball out all year. I think it's good that they got the experience to play Alabama. But man, it's just like, man, what they did, they put up 41 points on that defense, man. Alabama.
All right. I gave Mark.
That's why I was thinking to be done twice, man. That damn Cello, man. I ain't even want to hear none of that, bro. But I just don't
41 on that defense.
Twice, 41, bro.
I need Georgia to win 21 of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. David said Georgia by 5. And I don't know if anyone else is on, but if there is somebody else, leave your comment in the chat so we'll know what you got. Alabama, Georgia. I got Alabama by I wanted to say 13. I'm gonna go with by 13, 12, 13 points. They're gonna beat them. I see Georgia being in it, but listen, man, Nick Saban is just so he run a tight ship.
UGA's quarterback, man. I mean, if he to me, he's the Achilles heel of the entire thing.
All right, well, listen.
No, he's not capping. That's the real truth, though, man. He's just not elite. He's just not elite, and that's the only problem.
Do you need to be elite against that?
Yeah, he's not.
And this against Alabama, yes, because Alabama, you got to playing a game like this right here. Like Bryce, like I just said, Bryce can be the difference maker. If it comes down to 11 on 11, I don't see him being able to beat the 11th player on the other side of the defense for Alabama. That's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that I can see taking advantage of one of the UGA players because of the simple fact, whatever he could pass or he can run the ball. Like, okay, in the game that they just played, this cat actually called the receiver that he was actually running his route. He actually told the receiver by hand, move over.
That's crazy.
And found him for a touchdown. You know what I mean? That's so crazy. Again, I mean, I just think that I think that based upon the quarterbacks, that's how it's going to be lost.
Listen,
I think Georgia going to put him in a position. If Georgia could put Young in a position to not be comfortable and they can get to him, because they got the athletes to get to him, man. They definitely got the defense to get to him. It's just the point of getting to him, man, and just being able to make.
But the problem.
Bryce Young getting sacked 6 times. By the way, go ahead, sir.
But the problem with getting to him is that can you get to him? Because the reality of it is this: this kid has shown the abilities. You can get to him, but can you catch him?
Can you catch him?
Yeah. And he's slippery, man. Like he climbs
that pocket. Y'all of? Is there a pro that he reminds you of right now?
I hate to say it. I hate to say it. He reminds me of freaking Jalen Hurts.
No, he reminds me of the kid. What's his name? Bryce Love from Green Bay. That's who he remind me of.
Jordan Love.
He reminds me of a younger version of Jalen Hurts, man, with a much better arm.
Okay. All right. Well, David said Bryce Young's gonna get sacked 6 times. We're gonna see what happens.
You know what? We need to put somebody together to send him to rehab.
Yeah, Ruben.
You gotta get Ruben his turn.
Ruben, I thought I gave it to you. My bad, Ruben. I said you were last. Ruben, drum roll, drum roll. I don't have drum roll.
My Georgia, look, I'm going with my Georgia Bulldogs all day, baby, all day.
What you got? What you got? What's the score? What's the score? Give us the score, Scott.
I say 27-24.
Okay.
Hey, Ruben, be honest though. When Alabama put up 41 points on that defense, how did you feel?
It's just another game. You got to let that go and come back and do.
I'm talking about. I'm talking about that game. How did you feel at that time? At that time,
when they put 41,
when they put up 41,
we got to get a better game plan. That's all. I'm not thinking about the points. I'm thinking about what they did to get the points. Wow, points is irrelevant. It's a win or loss.
It ain't irrelevant to me.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I was super shocked, man. I couldn't even believe 41 would get thrown in 4 yards.
I wasn't shocked.
I think it's more mental than anything, though, man.
I wasn't shocked.
I don't see them doing it again.
Was because of this. This is why I wasn't shocked.
Okay.
We got a relatively, it's a young team. You know what I'm saying? It's a young team.
Jesus, if that's a young team, I hate to see what a season team is.
And our coach, he still got that same. I think he needed this for him to get over that hump.
Agreed.
He needed that. He needed his tail whoop to get over that hump of I got to think of something else to do.
Not that bad though, bro.
It's
not
a big
that
hump,
bad.
man.
Nick Saban gonna be ready for whatever adjustment.
Some coaches and some players need that humility. They need that humility.
I think
this is one. We was riding high all year. All year we were buzzing. We were breaking necks all year.
I think this is
exception of two games out of the whole year.
What
it was close.
What
advantage? Other than that, we was dogging teams.
What advantage does Georgia have over Alabama?
Defense.
Our defense is better
defense.
Your defense. The defense. Well, let me just say this. Whatever. There is an advantage there because one of the Bama players, whatever, did get hurt. So depending on if he plays or not, whatever. So there is an advantage there. The only thing I will say is this. Is that again? Your quarterback, in my opinion, cannot make plays. He hasn't shown the ability to make plays.
Look, our defense has kept us in game. Our defense is taking over. Our defense is taking over every game this year for us.
Wow,
true.
We got to hold them boys. We got to hold them boys under. I say we got to keep it at the low 20s.
Yo, you could literally take Georgia's defense, put it on Alabama, and Alabama will be stronger. No, they'll be strong. They got better defense than Alabama, Georgia does. I can guarantee you in this year's draft, at least 2 Georgia linebackers going number 1, a corner be going number 1. They D tackle going number 1. Maybe they DN in the second round.
D tackle definitely going.
They loaded. They are loaded.
I want Jordan Davis.
I know you do. I know you do. Ruben, you guys, is that your tight end? That's the freshman that looks great, or was that the other? I can't remember. Was that your guys that had the tight end that was really good?
It's UGA.
Unbelievable. He looks like a pro now as a true freshman, dude. Where did y'all get this kid from, man? Like
they gotta get this man in the right spots to get the ball,
dude. He is
they gotta get this man in the right spots to get the ball.
It doesn't matter if JT Daniels can get him the ball though.
Yeah. Look, y'all fail to realize what Alabama runs. Alabama runs a pro set offense and defense. They don't run no college mess. They run pro sets.
Okay.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
Remember Nick Saban when Nick Saban came to the league, he was Miami coach. He was a bum, but he learned before he went back. He brought that with him.
But that's Nick Saban, though. That's Nick Saban, my brother.
But Kirby is the underling of Nick Saban, though, isn't he?
Yeah. That was his defense.
Guess who else is? Guess who else is? Joe Judge.
Lord, that's why you're bad right there.
And Bill Belichick too.
That's the reason why. But let me just say this though. I believe to me,
go ahead.
No,
to me,
you can't do that. You can't do that.
To me, it's two mirror teams, man.
You can't do
And the
that,
only-
Terrence.
What?
You trying to say it's two mirror teams? Wow.
You can't do that, Terrence. Nope.
It's two
Nope.
because no. And let me explain to you the reason why. The same they run the same exact defense and the same exact offense on both on the same thing. They're two mirror teams. The same way that this team was built from the trenches back is the same way that Kirby Smart built UGA. Look at the exact team. He built the DBs. The
But
DBs
guess what?
are the
Alabama has
exact
evolved.
Minus the
Alabama has
quarterback.
evolved, though.
Yeah, y'all gonna sound
Alabama has evolved.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah, they have.
Look at what Alabama has done.
That's true. They have evolved.
Yeah.
They have definitely evolved.
We haven't evolved.
Yeah, that's true. I'll say that because what y'all did was when James Coley was there, when y'all took back the reins from him from being the OC, your offense or whatever hasn't. I mean, I'm not saying he was a great OC. He's a decent OC,
Remember,
but y'all really haven't had any top tier
Remember,
OCs, whatever. Like you haven't
the
had
closest we ever came to beating Alabama.
Man, sorry.
The closest we ever came to beating Alabama was when Narshawn Marino was there, Matthew Stafford, when them boys was there. That's the closest we ever came to beating them.
That was Mark Richt team.
What year was that? What year was that?
Marino was one of the top running backs in the league. Stafford was like one of the top quarterbacks in the league. Yeah.
That was Mark.
What year was that?
That
That
was under the Mark Richt. That was probably about 2012.
17.
I want to say 12.
That's
That was 2012.
Nick
That was about 2012.
That's 8 years of Nick Saban learning even more.
Listen, we have hit our mark. We have hit our mark. I'm looking at this exactly 3 hours on the dot. We done what we needed to do. We came, we saw, we conquered. Fanatics Live for the fans, by the fans. Everybody that got a chance to watch this, we already, we shared it. People that following our pages, you'll get to see it. You can be on the show, just so you know.
They don't want no smoke.
We don't want no smoke. Don't come on here if you don't have your facts, if you don't know your team like that, if you a bandwagon or a fair weather fan, this is not the place for you. Go somewhere nice where they'll be respectful and not troll you. You come on here, you don't know your stuff, you will get trolled. So what we advise is if you want to come on here, watch the show, get familiar with what we do. And this way, when there's a seat open, you can be live on the show and have a discussion and bring some insightful perspective. Otherwise, just watch from a distance. This is Fanatics Live for the fans, by the fans. Salute to y'all. This is a great show. Y'all did some really, really, really good insight tonight. Love all of y'all. Have a good night. I'll talk to y'all later. Salute.
Be blessed. Be blessed. See y'all. Stay safe. Stay safe, guys. God bless.
Good night. No cruise for us, buddy.
Be blessed.